and then it was Mike, it's like statistically it's my turn. So I'm just like, please no. Please fucking no. I'm not even putting that.
All right, hope it's not me, motherfuckers. I'm not even sitting down yet.
I'm not even ready.
Spin that shit, Mick. Spin that fucking shit. Let's see who's the board bitch today. Oh, it's not me. What the fuck, dude? It is you, Mick.
Thank God.
You're
All
the one today.
God.
I've prayed that all since last podcast.
Thee Stool Podcast.
What do we want?
Mr. Soul!
Dad, who the hell are these assholes?
You guys are so mean. Those kids are real losers. We don't want your music. You're their board bitch. You guys are so embarrassing.
To win any motherfucker always be funny. Nice word, you dunce.
And we're on.
Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
We are live.
Well, not live, but you know, live on the pod. Sheesh. What is up, everybody? We are back. Thee Stool Podcast.
Yeah.
What is up, guys? How we doing? This is Johnny in the house, aka JonnySavag, aka the dopest. No, I'm just kidding. That's not one of my AKs. To my right, we got Anthony. Anthony, say what's up.
What's happening, everybody? How
Are
are
you
you
gonna
doing?
change that camera or no? Fucking
No, that's
noob.
fine. Hi. I'm here.
You
What's up,
gonna-
everybody?
there you go. Tell them who you are, Anthony.
I'm Anthony. I'm the third mic here, and luckily again, I have been saved by the graces of the wheel. The wheel likes me.
It does.
Yeah,
Don't like me,
I'm
but
not having
today.
board bitch. Speaking of board bitch, what's up, Miggy? What are you doing?
Board bitch.
I was just like, you take it away, Mick. I'm
That's
like,
a cool hat, dude.
oh, you guys like the hat? We got some new merch. Got some
The
new
Dunce
merch available.
Free
Lit.
plugs. Free
Got
plugs.
the information down in the description below. Check it out.
There you go. There you go. And today, our guest, one of my closest homies from maybe when we're 15 years old, something like that.
Middle school.
Literally middle school. I remember watching this guy in his band at the time doing a talent show, and that's when I first said what's up to him.
That was
I was like,
it.
Devil
you guys are a
Wears
band?
Prada covers. Or,
I've actually saw you at school the whole year. Actually, you had the
My
fucking
huge
huge ass spikes. Yeah, only a few kids did that.
We got artist and musician Brandon the Wizard, aka Gandalf the Black, aka where I know him from, MC Mega.
MC Mega.
In the house.
Darth
We got him
Mega.
in the house, guys.
Lord of the Sith.
Dark Lord of the Sith.
So, Brennan, get in there and tell us about. You were telling me before about your whole concept album
get
that you're
into
working
it.
on. Let's go. That's already super
let's go
into
straight
it.
into it. Oh,
Yeah, let's
get
go.
into it.
So May 4th, I got an album coming out with Interstellar Rabbit Hole. Those are the homies, and it's called Darth Mega, Lord of the Sith, and it is a Dark Lord Sith themed album.
Let's go.
Yep.
I'm with that.
All the tracks are themed with Star Wars punchlines
Not to me.
from that,
Throwing stuff about killing Jedi.
about killing Jedi, all that
Speaking
stuff.
my language. Let's go.
All the lore, and I have some funny shit about making fun of rappers songs, singing on autotune and shit like that too. So
Nice. Love
it's
it. Dig
comedy,
that.
it's funny.
Love That's awesome, man.
That's how it goes.
Well, how
That's
long
awesome.
have you been doing music? How long have you been making music for?
I've been making music since 8th grade. Yeah, since I was like,
Do you remember the name of that first project, that first band?
my first band was actually called Codename Bob.
The code name?
And it was
Bob.
actually years after that, though. In 8th grade, we used to just jam with friends because I played guitar and a couple other people played guitar. But in 9th grade, we started the band Codename Bob, which everyone that played music in high school was in that band at some point.
Yeah, for real.
Animal, you're out there. I know you got a podcast somewhere. You're gonna see this shit, Animal.
Yeah, Annabelle was in the band too.
He was in the
Mick
band.
knows Annabelle too, yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He played drums in that band.
Yep.
Yep.
I was playing bass for a little bit in there.
You played bass in there. Yeah.
What style of music was it? Like heavy metal, rock?
It was like new metal, and we copied John B exactly. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm probably gonna start a band again, or I'm gonna copy them again.
Shout out John B.
Shout out to John B.
Dude, I mean, a formula that works is a formula that works. You
Dude,
can't mess with success.
Yeah, they're an obscure band that just really inspired me in life, and they introduced me to a lot of cool genres that most people don't know about. I listen to like some obscure bands that changed me, like Nuclear Rabbit, Mr. Bungle. I could just name a gang of bands, Tubbring. These bands,
the shit.
These bands I found out through John B. You know what I mean? Endorphin, we were talking about them today. Yeah, so
this is a real obscure one, but it's like one that I was like lucky to like come across because someone had spoke about them to me. But they were like in the 90s, like almost like early 90s. But have you guys ever heard of a band called Sweaty Nipples?
No.
Yeah, to me it's like the name immediately like is like, what is happening?
That's a great
name. Yeah, honestly, and then I got the CD I was on like a date. This was like years ago, and we went to one of those like. By the Mission Inn, there was this really like this bookstore that had all these old records and all that stuff, and we found this record that was like called Sweaty Nipples, and I was like, I've heard of that before. Someone like has talked about that band, and then I put it on like on the drive home. I was like, this is actually like not bad. It's actually pretty tight for like the time. So
man, I'm gonna look that up now.
Look up Sweaty Nipples.
Sweaty Nipples, shout out.
Sure. Sweaty Nipples.
And if you just have sweaty nipples, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to your Sweaty Nipples.
Oh yeah, Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. You remember that band?
I still listen to them.
They started playing again. I started following them on Instagram. Endorphin started playing again too.
Everybody starts missing it.
We gotta hit up some shows.
I think that's the okay. So let's get into like our philosophical shit, right? With music, right? We talked about, I think it was with Pierre. We were talking about like the fickleness of like a musical career. Like if by 10 years if you're not really plugging away at just being a musician, really working hard, and like having all that like be your bread and butter. Most people, they turn into, I'm doing a clothing company, or I'm producing records, or producing other bands.
Even the mainstream artists are doing that. They're not making their money off just their music. Kanye West is making money off Adidas and all kinds of shit.
You know what I mean? So
Beyonce like too. All of them, they got businesses.
The life expectancy of a band is not. It's not long. You know what I mean? It's fickle. Even modern acts, modern rap acts or whatever. They're around from their single for like a year, and then you hear them kind of fall to the wayside to the newer acts that come around, and of course everyone still you go back to it. You're like, remember that song? I haven't heard that song in a long time. And I think that there's this like whole concept of like, even if it's a band that like they called it quits or whatever, you like 10, 15 years later, you just miss it. You just miss it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, no. So, to me, I think that it's like a whole full circle thing, dude. It comes, like I said, like there's a lot of bands that I used to listen to, like right around 2006 to 2013, right? Let's say right in that pocket. That right now, like it's a big trend that they're coming back. Like, we're playing shows and we're doing this.
It is happening.
You know what I mean?
It's like a nostalgia thing right now.
And eventually, you get there. You get to this place where you're like, I missed it. So it's like, even though whatever got in the way at the time, like people want to see this music again. We'll perform a couple shows, So it's like, that's one thing that like gives me hope with modern music, is that even though I have a very cynical take on it, where it's like, it looks like very fickle from the outside. It looks like you don't have a chance because it's, oversaturated with, what's that? Bitches.
Dark side.
We got into it.
You're digging a little bit on that one.
He was waiting to say I was reaching. I reached
for that
hard.
Good.
It's like it is hard to make it. There's so much technology now that everyone's able to do it. Everyone's able to make music.
Yeah.
So it's hard to make yourself stand out. But at least everyone's still has that, like people who used to do it and gave up on that because of their cynicism, they have the opportunity to do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's, I don't know. That's.
I mean, I agree with you. Yeah. It's kind of like there's a lot of people being able to do music very quickly, and it's like, there's obviously some good stuff that comes out of that, but if everybody's just able to do it, very easily, then obviously there's gonna be a lot of whack shit or a lot of
Yeah, that's very true.
a lot of people that are wannabes or like they're trying, which is cool. Some of those people will come out and actually be, you know,
on a positive note, you know, we only live a short amount of time on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Those people that want to express themselves and have something left behind that they said or you know, they said they put some time into, they could say they have that passed down to someone they know.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Are their children?
That's really why I like to do my art. That's the reason is like
Me too.
I have a bunch of songs in my head. If I get those out before I die and the world could hear them and have them when I'm dead, that's a big part of my mission.
And that's kind of why I don't even worry about like the plays and all this stuff that people worry about. People are I had a kid tell me, you don't even release that much. Like, you like, why do you expect to get anywhere? I was like, I release when I make a good song.
Yeah.
Because I'm an artist. I'm not out here just making music to get people to fucking like me. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Literally. Was it you and...
I'm dope as fuck. People gonna like me anyway. Like, what the fuck? Fucking Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
Wasn't it last night we were talking with Alex about that, right, Mick? We were kind of talking about how it's like now you have to be on like a release schedule and all this stuff. You know,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. You have to dedicate time. I mean, it's not just the music. I mean, it kind of kills like your morale to write because you're like, oh, they're like subliminally, you're just thinking about that shit all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
And like eventually I have to do this next one. You know, I have to do a cycle for this release coming up this week, and then I got to make sure I have material that's ready on the other end of that, so that I can do another cycle right behind that, and it just becomes mundane. It becomes routine.
Yeah, and then you're not putting time into creating your best work anymore.
Yeah, you're just making it out of like to me. Okay, so you were talking about I don't know how comfortable you feel about drugs and stuff, talking about drugs and stuff, but LSD, microdosing, stuff like that. But you were talking about that when you paint. You know what I mean? Like being creative when you access new parts of your mind and stuff. Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's crucial. Yeah,
that's what it's about to me. Is like all the unique, like literally, like one of the paintings that when I had my day off, like it was like 2 days after the show, and I was like sore. I was like, I don't want to do much. I'm just gonna lay here in bed. But I'm like antsy. I want to do something. But that day I had woken up and I had this image in my head of like this skull flower, but like it like waving. In like a field. I don't know if you ever get like visuals from dreams when you wake up.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the most.
But it was
psychedelic.
It was like a sunflower, but with the skull in the center, and like, but it was like all like the psychedelic, neon kind of colors and stuff. And so that was in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna paint that. I'm gonna fucking sit down and paint. And so I spent my day doing that, and I was like, cool, this is one of the paintings that's most genuine. It's straight from my mind, and I'm really proud of it. And it only took me like a day, a couple of hours. You know what I mean? It's like this is the creativity I like, and it doesn't happen all the time. That happened very organically. I had the time to do it.
Yeah.
I think we all get that as artists, whether it's music or whether it's like painting, like you guys. But we all get that, and that. Like that urge, like sometimes I just feel it and I'm like, fuck, I need to go write something.
Yeah, I'll miss sleep. I miss sleep tonight. This is more important.
Yep, I need to get creative right now. Like sometimes you just have to do it.
I personally love painting. That's like the forefront of my career, actually. Yeah, I have some paintings right now in Beverly Hills at ACCA.
Yeah, we'll put stuff in the bio and everything to plug all your.
You can check that out.
Yeah, we got you. We'll put that all in. And then at the end of the podcast, we usually do like a plug section, so you can talk about everything you're doing.
And then what I was gonna say about that when I was on that path, creating those pieces, I actually explore a lot of different indigenous cultures, and like I started diving deep into like more mushrooms and stuff like that, microdosing, and like all those pieces are inspired by that, by psychedelic experiences, lucid dreams, DMT, like all that kind of vibe.
Nice.
So that kind of stuff just like inspires my creation. That's like what I want people to with my paintings, at least I want people to like dive deeper into their minds and have a different look about psychedelics, because the psychedelic culture is frowned upon because it's so closely mixed with like people think of cocaine and like other low vibrational things like that, and really psychedelics could be risky, but also too psychedelics is something that indigenous people have used for fucking for practice.
People don't give it. It's so funny. Like okay, so we talk about modern medicine, right? Like the modernization of medicine, but it's literally that's been something that's like been The same way we have a symbiosis with like, bees and honey, you know what I mean? Like we have a symbiosis with psychedelics, and like whether it be because of certain things like mushrooms growing in a riverbed and affecting certain, tribes and how they think just from accidentally getting it through water, and that causes steps in their own like mental evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
That changes. It's been instrumental and proven throughout evolution, like throughout time, like several moments where it's like, oh yeah, there was this concentration of psychedelic this or that here, and this is what happened to this civilization. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, Terrence McKenna had brought that theory up
it's a weird coincidence
in
about
his book,
that.
Mushroom to the Gods.
Yeah.
Mushroom.
Fruit of the Gods.
Fruit of the Gods. It's called Fruit of the Gods.
Something like that.
Don't quote me right now.
You said Terrence McKenna. People need to look that up.
They know.
Don't quote me too hard on that, but it's one of those books that's
But yeah, no, I'm very fascinated by all that stuff, dude. And I think it's like a good thing. Shit, I think that there's a whole. I don't want to use the word business, but this is something that people should be working towards, where I think that like addiction therapy could benefit heavily from the microdose culture right now. If you're dealing with addiction therapy, like a good way to like really figure out, and I know people like to lean into the argument, it's like, oh yeah, well you're just trading one addiction for another addiction.
Yeah, for
a
substance.
No, it's to me, I think it's a matter of like being able to understand your brain better.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Think through shit better from a different perspective, without the substance having an effect on you. And it's like I said, it's like a therapy that gets you through to the stage where you're like, I don't need any of it. It's a better way to understand your brain. It's a better way to grow it. And that to me is like the fact that we don't do that is weird.
Yeah, and it's not addictive either. Like you don't see people say, oh dude, I got to get that mushroom fix. Like, oh my God, I can't sleep. I need to get some more mushrooms. So it's not like that. No.
And there's like a big ignorance about all that culture.
It is big ignorance.
So hopefully, one day it'll be a thing where it's like it's something that we get to continue to, instead of just pretending it hasn't been a tool that's helped us evolve, we start using it,
recognizing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's kind of why I put it inside my art and my paintings, and I did that with my last art collection, so people can kind of know, like, or kind of see it in a different light, and have open conversations about it, and more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
More public forums, like, and in a positive light, not in like just people at raves, that's how people see it. Oh, just people at raves.
Just party.
Just people at raves, just party.
MDMA is a different kind of experience to me.
That's
a different thing entirely.
I've never been in that experience before.
To me,
so I can't talk much on it.
If you're this age, just don't do it. Don't try.
It's not worth it now.
It's not worth it.
I'll tell you this right now. It's definitely fun. I mean, I can't argue for it not being fun, but it's, to me, when you go and you like kind of see what people look like on it, like with that, when you're watching a light show, to me, it's like it turns us into drooling idiots. Like if you really pay attention, you're like turned into like a drooling, like, it's pretty. That's the part that is hard for me to deal with. Watching my friends and people I love get real stupid looking. It's like I get too cynical. I'm too cynical about it.
I personally didn't really I got into psychedelics before I got into the rave scene. I was an older person. I was probably in my 20s already when I got into the rave scene because of psychedelic art. So I started exploring psychedelics on a personal level through literature first, through reading people's books like Aldous Huxley and shit like that. And watching these people speak. So like, I want to try this meditating. Terrence McKenna try this meditating, doing this,
which is honestly the way that our parents always wanted us to do it.
Yeah,
that sounds stupid on the surface, but it's a great point. Really, they wanted us to be informed about the effects of these things in our brain and stuff. If you do all the studying on it and you figure, okay, cool, this is exactly the sort of effect. You're going in informed. You're not like going in afraid of what's going to happen. And that's to me, it's like, cool. There's a responsible way of doing drugs.
And then I went into the rave scene, and to me, I feel like they're taking it out of they're taking psychedelics out of its form into this party scene, and it's taking the seriousness out of it. It's taking the mythicalness out of it. It's making it.
They just want to get messed up.
It's making people think, is everyone at these parties are just getting messed up in the desert and this and that. Which, it's fun to be at those parties and stuff like that. But for me, experiencing psychedelics before that, I was like, man, no, it's fun when I'm actually reading a comic book.
When you're
at my house with some fucking
something,
and I have fucking the actual music from the Phantom Menace playing, and I'm reading the fucking Darth Maul comic, and I'm fucking tripping. That's the
I love listening to cinematic music while I like read a new comic or like work on my cards that I'm doing or whatever.
Yeah.
I love like that helps my brain get into that
zone and shit.
When I was at the raves though, years ago, because I used to paint in the rave scene. That's how I got my living going for a minute. I used to be at these parties and I'm just like, man, like it's not even the same. It's I mean, people are feeling the music. I get why they like it. They're fucked up and they're letting the bass hit their body. But for me, it's like I like to be in more meditative zones when I'm on psychedelics. I don't like to be in a crazy party zone.
Instead of blurred out, you want to be hyper focused.
Yeah, I want to be hyper focused.
They take the meditation out of it. You know, there's no meditation happening at a
kind of
EDM show.
It's
really.
hive mind meditation because when everyone's on the same baseline, everyone's on the same frequency, everyone's body's filling it and shit like that. The molecules are all hitting together,
but on a very simple level because
all the cymatics is going through them. You know,
it's not like they're using it for concentration. They're using it to kind of zone out.
Hive mind.
I've always wanted to do this one thing.
Sounded exactly like how a song would start.
If I were to go down that path and try some psychedelics, I think this is the way I would want to do it, right? And I talked to Mick about this. I want to like rent a cabin for like a week and literally just write music with a bunch of people. So like it'll be the Dunce, right? We'll write music, but with Anthony, hey Anthony, we need you to come over. You can stay however long you want. Brandon, come over, get on some tracks, but literally just as much tracks as we can pump out.
Isn't that the dream though? To how to do an album? That's the dream.
That's what I've been telling this guy. I want to do that, and we just bring all of our instruments, bring all the shit we need, and just have fun and just like write with no outside world. You know what I mean?
That's why I love Enter Shikari. That's how they usually make their records, is they'll go somewhere new.
Yeah.
I remember, I think for their second or their third record, they went to Thailand to a studio over there.
Yeah.
They rent the whole space. They make sure they have all the equipment they need.
That'd be
and
sick.
They just go, they jam for like the first week, 2 weeks, and then for the last like 2-3 weeks they fucking
write the songs,
just like finish what they jammed out and record it and track it down.
That's dope.
In that setting, I would probably try some mushrooms because I'd be like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, dude,
I never wrote music in that
speak
setting.
To the whole thing, it would be a good thing, a good way to go about it because you're in a positive place
with all my homies.
There's no kind of like stress to the idea. It's like not like, oh, I have to write songs. It's like, no, I'm trying to attach myself to or connect with that part of my creativity. And you know, and that to me is
that's the best way, man. Like I like microdosing, like taking small amounts of mushrooms here and there. You don't go like crazy on that. You know what I mean? It's get you kind of focus and relax. And writing music like that, it's pretty chill.
It's pretty chill.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've always thought. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna do something crazy like that, because to me that's crazy. I could take one puff of a blunt and I'm fucking
on mushrooms, I cannot go over a gram and do much. I have to, once I go over a gram, I'm sitting meditating like this.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing that to me changed completely my perspective on like harsh drugs and stuff is once that, like I said, the microdosing culture came around, because that's how I always used to be, because I used to like go to raves and stuff, and I first did the dive in thing. You know, you dive in and you're just like, how many stacks am I hitting tonight?
I did like eat like maybe 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times I would say. I was like, nah,
that's too much.
After waking up in the morning and all that shit, I was like, nah, my body, I'm an athlete and shit, and the way my muscles and stuff are trying to feel, my body's feeling, I was like, I don't think I want my body feeling like that too much.
That was
us,
gonna wear me back in the day, just still experimenting with how to do it. And it's like, now we have like these really good methods of doing it kind of just nice and controlled. It's like, damn, dude, one of my yearly things that I do, and it's what I look forward to, it's one of my holidays of the year, is I'll take, a couple days off of work during the summer, make sure I have some mushrooms on deck, and I don't do like the actual, like the microdosing with like vials and shit or whatever. I just do small amounts through hourly, that's the best. I just ramp up, like I'll have X amount, like a little bit less than this amount the first hour, not feeling anything, second hour, and then by like the 4th hour is when I know I'm going to start getting into about a 10-hour trip. So it's like my whole day, it takes my whole day, but I'll go swimming, I'll work on music, I'll write, I'll rant into the phone and just like see what my notes come out. Like, it's really one of the funnest like days where, and it's like, honestly, I'm never going to share it with anybody. It's like a me day. It's like it's where it's like me, I'm like, it's like a reset button for my year.
Notes.
Dude, honestly, some of them are crazy, dude.
I bet.
Because I did go over the ones from last year, like not too long ago, and there was a really good rant that I was getting into about, basically about how when you're alone, right? And you're having these thoughts that like could be profound, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say you're just the type of person who's not confident enough to share them. how many ideas have gone down the drain that could have changed the world because someone didn't have the confidence to share it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, something like that. Obviously a very spacey point. But yeah, no,
we do call him Ranthony.
Yeah, that's my code name on here, I guess. That's my new handle.
But I think you would like microdosing reading comic books, bro.
Yeah?
That's the way to go.
Yeah, no, it's like honestly at this point it's like having a couple beers, you know.
Yeah, because I don't really drink. I stopped drinking a long time ago, too, and it's like mushrooms kind of got me quitting drinking and smoking Newports.
See, that speaks to my point from earlier. There you go.
Yeah,
I was like, that helped you with going through that hard time.
Yeah, I was like I got really, especially working in the thing. I was like kind of person to work on the table, different jobs and stuff. And some fools that do a harder job, I know they drink more. Fools that do construction, things like that, they're drinking more. Yeah. So y'all chilling with those homies, doing jobs with those homies. I was drinking more. I was like, oh, come home after work, let's drink. Oh, let's drink. Hey, you want a beer?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, work culture. That's something a lot of people don't like to talk about, but work culture is very influenced by that. You know, like get off, clock out, grab a beer.
Yeah. And before I knew it, by the time I was like 23, 24, I was just like already like an alcoholic. I was already drinking. I was already like thinking I had to have a beer every single day after work.
Yeah. You get stuck in it.
And then when I stopped working with those fools, I kept thinking, oh yeah, and I would do other things. I was like, oh, man, I had a beer. I'm gonna get a beer. I'm gonna wake up and get a beer. And before I know, I was drinking all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stuck drinking.
Yep. You get stuck in it. I did that for a while too when I was in Vegas, like when I was working like 6 days a week and shit. It's like, I'm gonna go home and smoke and drink, you know.
But one day I took it. I was living at my homie's house. I remember I was renting a room with him, and I dove kind of deeper than I thought on mushrooms. I was in the garage painting, and I sat down. I lit a cigarette, and I looked at the cigarette, and I felt like I could see like little demons dancing on the tip of the cigarette. And I was like, "Fuck, what does this mean?" And I kept hitting it, and that whole night, every time I lit a cigarette, I look at it, and I was like, little demons. They're ugly ass little demons. And they're fucking like looking at me and shit and just dancing like. I was like, "Fuck." So I was like, I can't smoke cigarettes anymore. I gotta quit. Fucking cold turkey. I guess gotta stop now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's good though.
That shit was crazy.
The epiphany. That's the right epiphany at the right time. Yeah. And guess what? Mushrooms helped you with that.
And mushrooms with that. And I smoked cigarettes from a time when I was like maybe like 17. I started smoking at like the summer of senior year. And then I stopped. And then I stopped smoking probably about when I was like 20 yeah. But yeah, I stopped smoking when I was probably like 28 or 27 maybe.
So yeah, you're how many years not smoking?
Shoot, I'm 36 now.
That's good 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's good.
This is longer than that, actually. I think it's a little longer than that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
So
honestly, I still struggle with it. I mean, I could go. I get into my little pockets of like, especially honestly when I'm in creative pockets. It's weird. Like I'll if I'm writing a song or something, it'll just be a necessary tool to like. Literally, I won't even be craving a cigarette. I'll be stuck on a part. You know what I mean?
I know the feeling.
I've been locked in for like an hour. And I'm like, cool. And then all of a sudden, like my brain stops working the way it was. And I'm just like, okay, what do I do for this guitar part? Or how come I can't figure out the timing of this drum fill or whatever? And then I go step outside. I take like one rip. And then I go back inside. I'm like... And then my brain is just like right there ready to work.
Yeah.
And so it's like, to me, it's like I have a love-hate relationship with it because I know how bad it is. I'm asthmatic, dude. I should not be, I should not be smoking cigarettes. But to me, it's like this like necessary tool sometimes, especially with my creativity where I'm like pushing through like the harder, like more informational parts, systematic parts.
You sing too.
Stuff.
You sing too, right?
Yeah, and that's the other
crazy.
part. Honestly, that's another love-hate relationship thing. Where it's like when I'm screaming, if I get a couple Stogs in there, I add a grit to it that like I'm like, ooh, I like that grit. You know?
That's what I was gonna say. When I was singing in a band, when I would dude, that shit was fucking up my vocals hard. Like after shows, week after weekend, just screaming, smoking cigarettes, screaming, smoking cigarettes, screaming, smoking cigarettes. My voice sounded fucked up all the time.
Yeah, no,
My
it
voice
goes
hurted
different.
all
like,
the time.
To me, like, I'm not the type of person who really smokes like a whole cigarette. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is I just like a little ripski.
Yeah.
You know, just give me one and like, you know, and then it gets me, you know, focused again. It's like a weird thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I was smoking like a pack a day. I was going crazy. I was fucking.
That is rough.
I was smoking Newport 100s.
the extra long.
The extra black people cigarettes. I was smoking them shits, dog.
I wasn't even gonna ask you which cigarette. I already knew.
If you actually look at the Newport 100s, it's the only cigarettes that they have it, and it's spelled 100.
Yeah, 100.
That's not true.
Check it out. Fact check me, dude. Fact check me on that one.
That's funny. All right, hey, so one of the things we do here, Mr. Brandon, the Wizard, a.k.a. Gandalf the Black, we share music. So you brought a song to show us from an artist. What's her name?
YUGEN BLAKROK.
YUGEN BLAKROK.
BLAKROK.
So Mick, let's pull that up. Let's get into this. This is usually one of our normal segments that we get into. Everybody shares a song. Music, hopefully a music video every time, just because we like that visual. But let's get into this. He showed me this. I already know her. I do listen to her occasionally now. He showed
What
me
style
this.
are we talking here?
This is
Some sick shit.
some sick ass underground
I love
boom
that
bap
genre.
shit. This is my favorite lyricist right now.
Loving it.
Every pedestal crumbles and decays like all matter dust. When expectation is a prison with nowhere to run.
I haven't seen this video.
Oh, this video's dope.
A hired gun, blaze in the morning like a rising
Love
sun.
everything about it.
I fit the existing image. It's all 9s and 6s. Who defines your blueprint of what success is? This is alchemy in practice.
Oh, man.
Galactic.
Yeah, this sick ass fucking video.
From Jurassic
Yeah.
to Jurassic.
Pause it.
Connecting dots till heads explode. Right.
She kind of reminds me of Jean Grey a little bit.
Yeah, she does. I didn't think about that, but she does have a style of
She
Jean
has
Grey.
that kind of like grunge to her voice.
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like in this age of like all the Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallions, she has a voice that stands out very
This is
differently.
real.
No,
This
it's
is real
crazy.
shit. Nah,
She's been around for a while, actually.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I think I started listening to her like around 2009, maybe, and she had music out before then.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's on the Black Panther soundtrack. She has she has a track with Vince Staples and Kendrick Lamar on there.
Yeah, I love it immediately.
Yeah.
One, I love the lo-fi.
Yeah,
influence.
I like how the fact she crosses over with these mainstream artists, but she's never made a pop song ever.
Yeah, she doesn't
She's
do
just
that.
only made hard ass boom bap shit. She's
Yeah.
never made no whack shit. She's the realest MC that there is right now to me.
Yeah.
Like every other MC has succumbed. Like, I gotta make this pop sounding song. She got on the Black Panther soundtrack and got on some crazy ass sounding beat. It didn't sound like this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on.
Which is cool because it pulls a whole level of
She's
respect
like-
for the creativity behind the genre to a new broader audience. You know what I mean? And hopefully she's good. Watch, I guarantee you, like the way you talk about her, how she's like working with all these people that are like bigger artists and shit. It's obvious that the scene respects her, right? So give it time. You know, and like it's like the same thing with cult classic movies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where it's like people will be quoting her like she's an artist that changed the scene. You know, all the people that you heard, you know, using this type of beat that, you know, in this mainstream song, you know, by 2024, she was doing that shit way before. I guarantee you she's going to be the type of person like that, you know?
What I like about her music too is not only does it give me like this boom bap hip hop vibe, it gives me a vibe of another genre I like, which is trip hop. So she gives me the vibe of like Portishead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
instrumentally.
That's what I'm saying. That lo-fi,
That's
like
dope.
almost like radio heady kind of like she's doing this roomy kind of instrumental sound.
Yeah,
and then her vocals super clean on top. I like
and then
it.
she has the aesthetic of like doom metal of like Sleep or something of like one of those bands or fucking. Or there's another artist that's kind of like Chelsea Wolfe. She has like kind of like that darker kind of
dude.
Like I'm conscious, but I'm actually into the darkness.
Isn't that who Alex said last night? Do you listen to Chelsea Wolfe?
Oh, dude, Chelsea Wolfe is another artist.
That's so funny.
I play Chelsea Wolfe all the time.
Fellas. The world is small.
I hope Chelsea Wolfe sees this because she probably does not listen to this kind of hip hop that I make because I make straight ghetto ass nerdcore hip hop shit. Make a song with me, shit. Ooh, I'll put my set contacts in.
There you go.
I'll play the guitar on that shit too. Chelsea Wolfe is hard, dog. She's an artist.
Yeah, BLAKROK kind of has like reminds me of Jean Grey and like Bahamadia. Like that's kind of like in that realm, you know. Pretty sick.
I like that. Hey, play the video. Play the video.
Let's go into some more.
This shit is dope. Yeah, because of Brandon, I've gotten into this boom bap shit since back in the day, dog.
Oh yeah, this is way back in the day. I remember in high school, I was like, "Have you guys heard of Madlib?"
The mysteries of science.
I'd say Brandon was the one that really got me into fucking rapping and shit.
You guys used to
I'm like, I want to do that.
Hit ciphers out behind the gym.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I was never that good. I still can't do that.
I remember when I was a freshman, the seniors were like, they were mad at me because I used to rip these fools all the time.
Nice.
Lunch table battles.
Medusa hair. That looks rad.
That looks sick.
Yeah, I like
the
that.
video is super
really
dope
cool.
too. It kind of reminds me of that movie, The Ritual. Have you guys seen that shit?
Oh,
yes.
dude, I that's one of my one of the
movies.
most underrated horror movies of the last like 10 years. Oh shit, there you go.
You ever seen that?
That monster's like the best. Why is
sickest.
it like, dude, why is it like not talked about? It's like one of the coolest
So
monsters
badass.
ever, man.
Yep. So badass.
You
One of
know,
my
The
favorite
Ritual.
horror.
Go watch it on Netflix.
Watch it. It's a
We
good
wouldn't
movie.
normally plug Netflix, but that's a good movie.
Netflix, hook us up, dog.
Motherfuckers.
Hook us up, dog.
All right, what did you bring, Johnny? What did you bring?
What did I bring?
Yeah, what music today did you bring?
It's probably like my favorite local band. Let's hear that. I like that. YUGEN. Is it YUGEN?
Yeah.
YUGEN BLAKROK. Shout out. She's super sick.
Shout out.
I've been a fan since Brandon showed me.
Dopest lyricist.
Yeah, she's super sick.
I like her because she has the vocabulary of Edgar Allan Poe.
That's dope.
That to me is always huge. That's why I don't get a lot of modern stuff. Like honestly, like Kendrick is like that. I like that people who are verbose.
Yeah, I like
when I learn a new word from a song.
Yeah.
I like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I like. I don't need someone to repeat, the same shit, 4 times in one measure.
Right.
Another lyricist you might like is Quell from Typical Cats.
Okay.
He's dope. He has a gang of albums. He's like on the Edgar Allan Poe type lyrical tip. He's fucking
That's
hard.
dope.
Like crazy
I
bars, boom
think you
bap
showed
shit.
me him too. Was that the dude that's doing all the shit about? Who was the guy you showed me that's rapping about like medieval shit, like dragons and shit? Who the fuck was that?
I think that was MC Chris, right?
Nah, it was like his music videos and everything, like super medieval.
That's the historian himself.
Historian himself.
What's crazy?
That
Pull it up.
motherfucker's dope.
Yeah, actually pull that shit up. Pull that shit
Yeah,
up. You know
pull
what?
it up.
He's the most underground fool. Like
He's
only
so
the
fucking
fucking
sick.
realest niggas know this fool. Long story short, YUGEN BLAKROK has tracks with
him?
with historian himself.
Okay.
That's how
Let's
real this
go.
fool
So
is.
he's a hip hop guy.
He's a hip hop guy, underground as fuck. And I learned about this fool like when I was in high school. He made a dope ass video called
Pull that one up. I know which one you're talking. It's the one you showed me. It has to be.
I forgot the name. It was on the tip of my tongue.
It's like crazy ass art and stuff.
In mountains.
I think it's called like Third Eye or something like that.
Historian himself.
But if I would, man, he has so many good tracks though.
He's badass, dude.
Fucking All Always Was dope. Fucking
Even Brandon's the one that put me on.
Hyenas is
Dude.
fucking dope.
He's the one that put me on to my hip hop shit.
But this is cool. This is what
Fucking
we're
Real hip hop.
Yeah, where it's like this is the real shit. Like that. It's not the same serialized stuff. That's the thing that sucks.
Yeah, and this
is you can't get the actual availability to that stuff because it's so oversaturated with like the same singles.
When his album came out, he came out with only a few copies that he hand painted the disc and he hand painted the top.
That's fucking sick.
And you only could find the digital copy on his website. This shit's not on Spotify or nothing.
Damn.
And that shit's cool.
And
I mean, I know people don't.
Yeah.
There's still bands that they'll sell. The tapes. I was gonna say VHS tapes, not tapes, but cassette tapes. They'll sell cassette tapes. They'll sell CDs. But that's how they're doing it. Is like they'll autograph it, or we hand wrote the lyrics inside of this one, or something. Like, and then that you make money.
And he's
doing that.
definitely not about his selling his music and making money off his music because he's an artist that does he makes different type of sculpts and different bone plasters for museums for dinosaurs and shit.
Okay.
He does that for a living, and he does some of the artwork inside his videos. Actually, some of the videos you see dinosaurs and other shit like that. He made those and he painted them himself and all that shit.
Yeah.
So he's like a special effects artist by trade.
That's something I could respect the fuck out of. We talk about this all the time. About musicians who have, their regular, hustle, and then you could tell they do their art for what they love it. It's not even, they don't look at it as their income. You know what I mean? It's not how and why they make money. They do it because they love what they do.
I could tell he's a person like, I'm just making art. I'm not saying I'm a rapper. I'm not saying this. I'm just doing art. I put my hip hop out. I do my dinosaur things. I do my shit.
Rules, dude. That's cool.
He just has mad bars though, and he's spitting harder than anybody. And like all these folks can't hang with him. He's on some dark side shit too. Like,
all right, what song is it?
Play Hyenas, cause just to put his bar, just to show his bar work. Cause fuck it, he has songs about all kinds of shit, but show how this was some crazy bars. His bars are ridiculous. Oh yeah, his website is don'tmesswithdinosaurs.com. That's tight.
And it's super creative, man. I love that. It's like the video. It's just him like spinning in a circle with, you know what I mean. But I love it. It's got you.
No, it's crazy.
It's got you.
He has crazy. Actually, don't want another video from him really quick. Actually, just so you can see his artwork really quick.
Oh hell yeah!
Go back on his YouTube channel, cause this fool is a serious fucking painter.
Katana.
Put on.
That's interesting. He puts the song title in the beginning.
Put on. I can't see from here. His contacts are making my eyes blur.
Black Mask.
Put on Black Mask.
Yeah.
That song's like a comic book. He drew all the panels and he raps every panel. And his artwork is as sick as fuck.
One more over.
He's like on some Frank Frazetta shit.
Right there. You got it. Come on, bored bitch. Get your shit together.
If I could pay anyone to illustrate a comic for me, it would be this fool.
Him?
It would be this fool, yeah. Ain't no one doing no shit like this.
This shit's so hard, dude.
Beneath the unfinished cathedral it sleeps.
I actually have a track with this fool on one of my albums back in the day.
A malformed leftover from before the days of creation, cast away and encased in a great marble block.
So this is all stuff that he made and he's just like filming it.
Yeah, he drew it and he's filming it, yeah.
It's built forth from its chrysalis, leathery and headless. A foul mist weaving betwixt its lengthy limbs, woven of flesh and forsaken sin.
My nephew Gabe would love he would fuck hard with this, dude.
Yeah,
he would love this.
This is like Lord of the Rings on hip hop, dude.
He's gonna fucking go crazy for it.
Like a sponge wrung dry. For the next 55 years, it won't.
He has like a Wu-Tang sounding album called the Battle Cat Technique, and every track's like some kung fu shit.
You said you have a song with him, or
I have a song with him on an album that I didn't release. I did an album called Into the Black that I did, and it was a mixtape, and he got on the track.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So
how did that come to be? How did that come to?
Because when I meet people, like how I start talking to endorphin online, I fanboy over people, and I was like, hey, hi, talk to me. So I was like, talk to me, man. What's up? Like you make music, you're dope, and I notice people don't hit him up like that. And I was like, make a song with me, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. And he did a song, and this was like in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's been around for a while.
But you still got it.
I still have it. Yeah, I'm gonna release it one day. Which is crazy because he made newer music. He's not been around for a while, and he made those tracks with YUGEN BLAKROK. That's newer.
Yeah.
So like, man, she knew about this fool.
That's sick.
So she's into this. She's so underground. She knew about this fool. She got this fool on a track.
That's crazy.
It's okay. So here's something that's kind of crazy to think about, right?
So
you said he wasn't doing stuff for a while, right? You said he
hasn't released music for a while,
and then he started to have a resurgence.
Then he came out just on the YUGEN BLAKROK stuff, and then he released one track. Like a year ago, and that's it. He's disappeared again.
So this is an argument for the for sure.
That's sick though.
This is an argument for the positive things of technology, right? If let's say back in the day he released all his music videos, he did all this stuff and put it out there. if he was just a guy who didn't have the opportunity to do any of that, and he did the songs, and the songs are out there or whatever, you could find the CD or whatever, like the momentum behind like taking like people who had to take their time to find him, people who found him 3 years later, people who found him 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. And now like 10 years later, people are like, this guy's tight. And like he doesn't do stuff anymore. And then someone like YUGEN BLAKROK might reach out to him. She became a fan. She's like, oh, I like what it's like. That wouldn't be possible if not for
and his artistry is a lot different. And that's what I was trying to argue with this kid yesterday online. He's talking, you don't really release, you don't really release, man, you're stupid, man. That's like telling J.R. Tolkien, like, you don't really release that many books, J.R. Tolkien. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, he made Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion, all kinds of shit, and like you don't have to. Once you make legendary shit, you're not supposed to be releasing all the time. You're supposed to wait till you have a gym again, so it's just as gym as your last shit. But these kids nowadays, they really shit after shit after shit after shit because they're trying to catch the algorithm, so they're making shitty ass shit, trying to make the same ass shitty song as the last motherfucker, making boo boo ass shit.
That's the
boo boo ass shit.
That's the clip. That's the clip, guys.
Yeah, we'll clip that one.
Shitty ass shit, dude. Honestly, dude, we're gonna clip that. We're gonna do the quotes and quotes. Yeah. We'll do a black and white picture of you. You know, like looking all wise, and it's like the quote is like, because these fools are putting out shitty ass shit, shitty shit. This shit is shitty. This boo boo shitty shit, and that's like it'll be Brandon the Wizard.
I think we got an actual quotes.
Fuck yeah, dude. We gotta make that, dude.
I'll make that. Don't trip. Hey, also, I think that's the title of the podcast. Shitty ass shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, that's great. But you know, you're absolutely right. And I see the frustration here. I should say, hear the frustration in your voice.
But back to the historian, though. He, like me, I'm a fan. Now that I'm a real fan, like I wait for it like Star Wars. If he released something, I'm gonna be like, oh shit. He probably took a long ass time drawing something, making some kind of dinosaur or some crazy shit. Or he's gonna release something with something dope. He's not just dropping a track on me just because he wants to catch the algorithm.
Yeah, he's gonna release some dope
he's gonna release something like, I actually have these hand painted albums that there's only 20 of these motherfuckers. You have to get them from me, and I put all this time. It's like he's making rare art items and shit.
Yes,
like, it's different.
That's beautiful.
That's actually
these
sick.
people now, they don't care about that kind of shit. They just want to fucking catch the algorithms.
Yeah,
and they fucking it's stupid.
That's really true.
No, trust me, man. These guys know. I talk about this all the time. I think it's a thing. People talk about algorithms and all that stuff, and that's like legitimately damaging art.
Yeah,
you know, like art is just think about the. Okay, so we think about the current process of producing music and putting it out the way we do. Let's just flip the script a little bit. Let's think about it. Like, let's say everyone was like you were allowed. There was a government program that said, "Hey, you could do 5 paintings a year, and we'll give you all the money or the funding for it. Don't worry about it." Or you could do a track a year, and don't worry about the money. We want the world's individual creativity. We want everybody who thinks they could sing, everybody who thinks they have a funny joke to tell. We want to pull that out of every individual. We would have a society of people that are so fucking not as miserable as we have now. Because how many people do you know that are working like a 9-to-5 job, but they have this shit and they're sitting on it and they're like, dude, I love playing guitar, but I can't share it with anybody. I don't have the money to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I have to worry about my job, blah, blah, blah. That's, dude, opening the world to our to putting more emphasis in the creative process and like encouraging that is so much more important than pumping up an algorithm and figuring out how to do things serialized and sterilized.
Exactly. Think about this. I was listening to this album the other day. Remember Mars Volta, the Louse at the Comatorium?
Yeah.
You listen to this album from beginning to end, they're thinking about this album, how it sounds.
It's a narrative.
From when you turn it on to when it turns off.
Yeah.
Kids are not thinking about that anymore when they write albums. They're thinking about, I'm about to make a song and it's going to pop.
It's going to be a quote unquote bop.
Yeah. I remember for Slipknot, their first album, I remember hearing the album. After the last track, it goes silent out of nowhere. These motherfuckers come with a fucking crazy ass fucking song. You're like, oh shit, there's more to this.
Or like Korn when they did that 30 13 songs of silence and shit. That was like, what's going on?
Yeah, that kind of shit's really cool. And we can't really get that anymore, the music climate, which I guess is cool because things are changing. I don't want to sound like an old guy, but I just miss being able to turn on a record like Mars Volta and people making the records, they were thinking like they're thinking that in their mind. When I make this record, I'm gonna think about how it sounds when it turns on, even the in between sounds and shit, the intro tracks, the interludes. I'm gonna think about all that shit. Yeah. Even on the West Coast shit, I listen to fucking Doggy Style. People had fucking funny as intros and outros.
Dude, what happened to that? I remember that like being a huge thing back in like it was like the early 90s. Well, like honestly, the entirety of the 90s, I would say.
Yeah, the entirety.
Like where you have maybe it's a record. You turn it on, and the CD display, it says like 17 tracks or whatever, but honestly, 10 of them are songs. And all the rest are like little skits, little skits in between, a bunch of like literally just audio of people committing a drive-by.
Just fucking smoking and shit.
Yeah, that was like famous, like with the bong in the back.
Yeah, on the MF Doom tracks, he would just have a track where just there you go. Be a clip from the cartoon on the beat. The beat would start fading out, just be clips from the cartoon going. You'd be like, ooh, shit.
That to me, where it's like, okay, a lot of people, I think, just because of like the attention span, the TikTok culture, and the immediate we need to get your attention in 7 seconds rule that people put out there, and I fucking hate that fucking rule so much.
Yeah.
Dude. When I hear people say that, I get so fucking mad. But like where it's like you're just like, all right, you got to think about it. If you're putting this song in a room full of executives that are going to sign your band, you have to catch them in the first 7 seconds. Fuck those executives, dude. They don't know what the fuck I was trying to do. They have their idea of what they know can make money.
Right.
But that doesn't align necessarily with what I'm trying to do. And what I'm trying to do is subvert the opinion of the mass public to the idea of what I'm making, and that's real art. And if we really encouraged a culture of that,
of art, I like that you said that, because me being in the art community, I've noticed that these artists, they build a community around their paintings. And it's not. It doesn't. You don't necessarily have to have a gang of people into it. Like I was at a private art show yesterday, and the homeboy made like thousands of dollars. There's only like 10, 20 people there because he has a collective of people that he's cultivated, and they like his art and they like his style. They've been following him, and this is him. And that's what artists need to do. Like you as an artist, don't think about the algorithms and that. Think about making dope ass music and find people that want to hear dope ass music. It doesn't matter if thousands of people like you. If it's hundreds of people and they really like your shit, you're gonna make a good living if you're creative and you're making dope shit and you're coming out with good art for them. Don't worry about thousands and thousands. You worry about thousands and thousands, you're just like these bubblegum pop people that just want to make a pop hit really quick and they don't care about the art.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, you're speaking my language. That to me is where I come from, is where it's like I would way more prefer cultivate, let's say 1,000 followers that are diehard for what I do. I mean, I don't care about the Spotify listens, but like if I have people that like, when I, put out music, they want to see it performed live. They want to wear the shirts at the shows.
Exactly.
They want to like, oh, dude, did you hear they're putting out a fucking a run of posters, and they're only like $5, but they're only doing 200 of them. We have to get it. It's like, dude, that's a great way to make money too, or whatever. That's fine. But if it's not the priority, sometimes it just naturally, organically leads to success, and at least whatever scope you look at it. You know what I mean? And to me, I was at the whiskey, dude. When I was at the whiskey, there was like a bunch of people that like I almost like scolded them, because they were like, yeah, we came to see you. And I was like, why didn't you message us? We have tickets. Like, we could have got you in for free. And they're like, no, but we said your name at the door and all this stuff. And that's good. It's like, you're right. They're right. It's like a beneficial thing for me. But I'm over here trying to be like, no, like, do it for free. Do it for free.
Well, and I'm so keen with with DNG, like, because we're playing shows, I'm so keen on, like, if somebody comes and says, oh, you guys are sick, I've talked to that guy. I'm like, hey, here, follow us on IG, follow me on IG. Let's get a little connection going. To be honest, because that one fan who's
have legit, 2 friends that he shows the record. Hey, dude, I met this guy. He shows the record in the car the next day, and then that guy becomes even more diehard than the guy before.
Exactly.
Like, you never know, and that to me, it's
the little connections. Like just having talking to a couple people out of the show. Like we played shows where there was like 10, 15 people. We've all been there. But if there's that one person that likes you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be cool with that guy and make friends with that guy and make
friends,
that connection.
Not fans, man. Friends, not fans.
Yeah, because you want to bring them into your circle and make them feel like they're appreciated, And
to be honest,
I truly feel like that with people that like my music,
That shit makes me feel really good when I get into an artist and they fucking message me back or even like something I do or they like a painting or something.
You comment on something, they reply. It feels good. It's that's a relationship that I think is cool because it's like you're literally like saying fuck you to the algorithm. If you're an artist that does that, if you're doing direct engagement with fans and listeners and followers, you're literally saying fuck you to the algorithm because now the number one rule for me is like I don't want to promote my band. I want other people to promote my band for me. You know what I mean? Not by paying them. I literally just like I want people to be like, hey, check out this because that's the context we all heard our favorite music in. You don't. It's not because you know, it's like you met the person. Most of the time, it's not because you met the person at a show and they're like, oh, I'm in a band. Check out my band. That's not how you find your favorite band.
On some spiritual hippie shit though, when you open hearted and you just be your authentic self and you put yourself out there, that's
what people connect to.
Magnetically, you attract the right people that are going to share your music and put you on the right blog or put you on the right thing all the time because you're going to find the right people that are on the right frequency and vibration.
They're the same frequency as you.
So when you put out the right frequency, that's how you build your brand, really. All the other stuff is just pop shit.
You know what, man? Fuck all this fucking algorithm shit, dude.
I mean, I feel
like it's them now, dude.
But it's a cool game, I guess. Life is about games.
Dude, honestly, I'll tell you, it's
the Federal Reserve System is a game. We're on a game.
It's on paper. As a system on paper, it makes sense. If you're able to, use these tools to your advantage, then you're gonna be able to glean results that work to your advantage. But however, the fact that people are putting out the narrative that that's the only road to success.
That's the thing.
That's the problem.
It's not the only way.
I think it's what you measure as success too. Because I feel like.
Guy. He's saying the words that I usually say. Are you guys hearing this?
Yeah, I know.
It matters what your measurement of success is. Because I feel like I only have like a couple hundred followers on my Spotify. But me as an artist, I have a couple people in my circle that buy graphic designs off me, buy paintings off me, pay me to go to shows to rap, and pay me to live paint. And I make a living off that. And I've been doing that since I was 18.
As you do it for fun, that slowly grows, you watch that growth, and that's how that process should go.
And I watch some of these kids. They have a big ass followings online, and they have no one coming to see them at shows. They have big ass followings online, but no one's really buying any of their merchandise or anything like that. And I only got a couple hundred people, but sometimes someone might buy a painting on me for $500 or $600, and it'll be a good win for me. Someone might fucking hit me up for a graphic design job that pays me $800. You know what I'm saying? Because they know me from doing my music, so I don't even care about anything. That's why I just put the sit-thas in and start talking shit because I don't give a fuck about catching no algorithm. I fucking talk shit about everybody. I'm always gonna sell my art and do my shit.
I love talking shit.
That's a weird thing for me, these days, man, where it's like you see a lot of people getting influenced by that narrative of the algorithm and how to use social media to your advantage, and then you have a bunch of these people that aren't necessarily good at the art part, but they're good at the social media part, and that it goes, it blossoms, and that flower dies right away. It dies real quick. You know what I mean? It doesn't last.
I still put in work on social media, though. I'm not saying
you have to.
To
a degree. To me, it's like it's the same thing we were talking about AI. You either get with the program and use the tools, however you use them to your advantage, and use them that way. To me, it's like I definitely that's one way to make connections, but I'm not gonna just look at it as like my only route.
You can't look at your views and your follows and be like, oh fuck, I'm not doing it good enough.
You gotta look at your connections, really.
Yeah, the connections. Me and Mick have been talking about connections a lot lately.
It's about your connections.
You guys dock a lot.
Oh yeah.
He was telling me last night. I got some drinks in him.
A lot is an understatement.
You guys are getting into a lot of docking, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like you were saying earlier, like when I hit up Endorphin, I go, I like your shit, and they message me back. That means so much to me, dude.
We do a lot of gay shit. Go ahead, Brandon.
I said when I hit up bands like Endorphin, they have a small following online, but to me they're like the best band in the world.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I hit them up and say things.
You said Endorphin? Endorphin?
They're one of the best bands.
Didn't you say Zombie's
the best band in the world, actually.
I'm just saying, they're going to hear this.
They're going to hear this,
Johnny has a bias for Zombie, though. That's not fair.
Zombie is the sickest band,
but no, it's just as much... Actually, he's probably a bigger fan of Zombie than I am.
I'm sure that I am. I'm sure I'm a bigger fan than Zombie themselves.
That's true.
But I love that band so much, man. I remember walking home. This is before I had met Johnny.
Yeah.
I was walking home from school. I used to date this girl that lived next door to Johnny. I was walking her home.
You talking about Kim?
Nah, this girl. I don't want to say her name. I don't want to put her on blast.
Yeah, fuck it. It's either Kim or Marlene.
It was Marlene.
I was say it's one of them. They're the only ones that lived right there.
Yes, anyway, I was walking this girl home and I heard some crazy music that sounded almost like Korn or System of a Down and shit.
What the fuck?
And I was like, I never heard these songs before. This has to be like a fucking famous band. And I started just peeking my head in there, like in like the second or third time. I just like walked in there and said, "What's up?" and then introduced myself. And then,
damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was like towards the end of the year though. Johnny was like, "Yeah, come to my house, dog." And we're walking towards this fool's house. I was like, "Don't tell me this nigga lives at this motherfucking this fucking band's house."
I didn't even know that.
And
That's
walked
crazy.
up, I was like, "Oh shit, this fool fucking lives here." I was like, "Oh,
I officially have my in."
yeah,
Score.
man,
That's so fucking funny.
But that's fucking awesome, dude. That was in a time where it's like people were hungry to find art.
Yeah.
Now it's so readily available. It's like listen to this Spotify list, and it's like I see the blessings in that too. It's like I discover bands that way too. But how fucking cool is it when you go to a show to see one band and then like their opening band is like so fucking sick to your exact jam, and you're like, oh dude, you guys were fucking so good, and then cut to years later, I've been listening to this band for fucking years, and maybe they didn't go anywhere, maybe they're huge now, whatever, but that's how I used to discover music. I miss that shit. Man, it's rare now.
I discovered a lot of MCs at GCS Pomona. Shout out to GCS Pomona.
Okay.
I discovered Bus Driver right there. I remember hearing his song Imaginary Places and seeing that he was going to be at right there, and I was like, oh shit, I got to see this fool. I remember seeing that fool right there in high school, like so yeah. I saw People Under the Stairs right there.
Oh shit! Called People Under the Stairs.
People Under the Stairs. I
love that movie, so I have to hear this now.
Then I saw one of the MCs passed away. I forgot his name, but yeah, R.I.P. Who else did I see right there? Crown City Rockers I saw right there. I saw the Grouch and Eli right there. Two Mex, a Gang of Times right there. Elemento right there, like gang. I got into underground hip hop in downtown Pomona right there.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Graffiti scene right there.
And well, that's the thing.
That was a spot.
You just
downtown Pomona.
Fired off like fucking 5-6 bands, and that's how you found them, dude.
Yeah.
Is that
live show just right there.
I miss that.
Yeah,
you know,
man. When I was in high school, because I found John B, I'll get on my skateboard and I'll skate around just listening to people playing in their garage, and I found out every band in my city because of that. I'll skate around for miles actually.
Yeah.
And I found everybody.
See, there you go, dude. This is the footwork that used to go into finding new shit.
Yeah.
This was like in 2003, 2004 when I used to do this. This is like a freshman year, sophomore year in high school.
Hell yeah.
I was like, well, I found John B like this. I was like, there's probably kids.
What else I can find?
There's kids everywhere doing this. Just start skating around.
That's awesome, man. That's honestly that's
pretty
rules.
tight. Speaking of local bands and live bands, let's show.
We got to get back into music.
Ritual Despair. Let me show you guys Ritual Despair. I love these guys. Live, they're just on fucking point. You know, they're deathcore. You know that they're deathcore at its core. You know what I mean?
Deathcore at its core.
But live, they're just so freaking good. And my buddy, the bassist, he's in another band too, and we've been playing shows of both of his bands. So we played with them this past weekend. We played with them and Slay Squad.
Squad?
Newcomer, which is one of our other homies. Pretty sick.
Ooh.
What is that? That's not it.
No.
That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it.
I'm cutting that out.
That's new Kid Cudi right there.
Ritual. Was it Kid Cudi?
I don't know.
Oh.
Ritual. I definitely heard the name. I think I followed
Dude,
them.
Kid Cudi's new album is fucking sick.
I don't listen to music really that much. He's pretty good. Or?
You should. You would like it. If you do some mushrooms, you'll be in there. You'll be in there.
I'll check him out. People say he's really good.
I'm telling you.
I get into some. I used to be that guy that said it Kid Cudi all the time.
Kid Cudi.
I
like that song Late at Night.
What song is this?
Oh shit!
This is the one with the dude from another band in this song.
Oh, this shit's hard as fuck.
What did I do to you?
They're so heavy, dude.
Hey, I came here to support this music, and you're yelling at me. Hey, take it easy.
Hey,
I want to do some shit like this with rap music.
With rap over
rap over this,
like Slay Squad and shit.
Yeah,
that's what they be doing.
like Wizard.
Like what?
Like Wizard, because no one can rap
His
like me.
scream is
Dark
brutal.
Side.
No, I agree. I'm with you on that one.
I'm with you on that one.
I like that. There's two screamers.
Two screamers.
Yeah, I like the deep guy. He's got a solid scream.
And they go hard,
This
dude.
is heavy as fuck.
Bro, in live, they're exactly on point.
Really?
Every note. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, you guys are so good. And they're headbanging, like, they're getting down. And
This is the thing that gets me though with like younger people, where it's like, how do we rock the tough guy hardcore, like that whole persona,
Yeah.
but also I'm rocking a man bun.
Yeah, no.
The man buns are hard now, apparently.
And it's funny.
I always thought they were for dudes who sip coffee and have ties. And, you know what I mean? Now it's in a hardcore universe.
Yeah.
And we're good.
It's a hardcore
We're good.
universe.
We're good. And
so,
man buns
you
have
know what
become
happened?
hardcore.
CERN cracked off, and then now man buns are hard.
Yeah, now they're heavy. Now man buns are heavy.
And what's funny is like these guys, the two singers, they're fucking, yeah, get in the front. Like they're getting crazy right at the show. I'm like, damn, these guys are fucking, they're just fucking crazy.
Nice.
I go up to them because I haven't met the singers. I only know the bassist. I went to them and I was like, you guys are really dope. He's like, oh, thank you so much. You guys, appreciate you guys coming out and playing too. They're all nice and shit. I'm like, oh,
He's all.
they're sweethearts.
They're sweethearts.
He's all here. So thank you.
Dude, they were the coolest guys. They're all sweethearts, dude. Love them.
It reminds me of
Love them. Ritual
This
Despair.
track is fucking
These guys
hard.
are great.
Stop fighting.
It reminds me of fucking. Remember on Wayne's World, fucking Garth? He was just like, thanks. I like to play.
He's like, dude, that solo was amazing, and he wails, and I think it's actually Dana Carvey did that.
Yeah.
But he wails this fucking crazy solo, and then he's doing his like old fucking Garth thing. Yes, I like to play.
That's what it felt like. They're great though. They're a good band. I just wanted to share them. They need even more attention. They're pretty good.
Those fools are dope.
No,
Heavy as fuck,
Ritual
dude. Live
of Despair.
Ritual of
You
Despair.
said you played with them recently?
Yeah, I just played with them this last weekend.
Oh, that's just dope.
Live, dude. The whole fucking building was woo. Like,
Oh man,
it was crazy. And they're so on point that everything like hits at the same exact time. Everything's rumbling at the same time. They're loud as fuck. It was dope.
This would be hard
Dope.
to do.
Probably
but
one of
I
my
bet you
favorite local bands.
This
right
would
now.
be really hard to do.
Besides
but
D&G.
This would be super sick to do as merch if you could make your own earplugs that you just gave out free at shows. You know what I mean?
That's a
You
good
just,
idea.
You just toss them out.
Give them to everybody.
Yeah, give them to everybody. All right, it's going to get loud as fuck.
Let me get loud. Yeah, we're told we're loud. D&G, we're told that we're
Oh,
fucking
dude, I
loud
saw
as
you guys.
fuck.
Hey, remember when we played at that Head P show at John B and we threw 99-cent store toys into the crowd? We threw 99-cent store toys into the crowd.
Remember we threw that kid off the
We
stage?
threw that kid off the stage.
Me and this guy, while John B was playing, we grabbed this fucking little kid, dude, and we grabbed him like,
He wanted to be thrown though, just as
He wanted to be
He said, "Throw me."
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, we'll throw you.
we will do it. And I grabbed one arm, one leg. He grabbed one arm,
You
one
did
leg.
that old like little brother
Yeah,
sweep.
swung him.
There's video somewhere too.
Yeah, the video on YouTube
I'm gonna find the video and I'm gonna put it in the podcast right here so they can see it. But that was me and Brandon.
And there was another dude too that was up there too.
Yeah.
It was three of us.
Three of us. And then John B, my brother's band, they wanted us just to be on stage as like a jesters, I guess you can say, like clowns, just fucking wreaking havoc.
Yeah, that was a dope show. I met Head P for the first time at that show.
Yeah.
And-
I have a picture somewhere with fucking Jared. I
Yeah.
don't know where it's at though. And Mike
Yeah.
Vallely, the
Yeah,
skater.
I have a track that came out with Jared
Yes.
I
couple years
remember Mike
ago.
Vallely. When
He
you said
does.
that name, I was like, oh, and then you said the skater. I was like, I remember Mike Vallely.
He had a band back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. What was it called again? Something Wolf? Fuck, I forgot what it was called. I think it was something Wolf. I don't remember.
Oh, dude, I'll look that up. I remember
They were pretty dope. They were pretty dope. John
That's
B, it was Mardi Gras, I think, that time.
You know what band got pretty big after that West Coast tour we did with John B was Necrogoblicon. Those was a blown up
huge
now.
They're huge now.
Huge now.
Dude, know what's crazy? I don't know if it's the same guitarist or not, but the guitarist from that band bought a painting for me that night. We played with them at the Chain
That's
Reaction.
dope.
Yeah, and I signed it for him. I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, do you guys remember? You guys bought a painting off me?" And they're so big, they didn't even see my message probably. And I was like, "Yeah, we played with them at Chain Reaction, and one of you guys bought a painting off me." And I signed it. It was a painting of a moon and a mushroom hanging off a cliff.
That's fucking
Nice.
sick, dude.
So if you have
gotta
it
get in
still,
contact
yeah, I
with
gotta
him
get
and
in
send him
contact with
something.
them. Yeah.
Like, let me send you another one.
Yeah, let me send you another one. Yeah.
Let me get you.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love their whole
So funny, dude.
their gimmick. I mean, to me, like
their podcast and shit.
The show with John Goblikon is just it's standalone funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And not you listen to their music, it's standalone good.
They were dope. Even back then,
yeah. And then fucking you listen to their podcast, so it's like they're doing double duty. They're working twice as hard as a lot of people, and you got to respect it, man.
Yeah,
I remember. I think the first video I ever saw by them, my buddy Mario showed to me, and it's like Killed in the Woods or something. I don't remember the name, but I just remember it's like John Goblikon. He's like going to like a work, like regular grind, regular job, and then by the end of it, like he ends up having to like kill these dudes. Like he's on a date with someone.
Yeah,
he has to kill
video.
dudes. Yeah, that shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. Honestly, I fell in love with that whole concept once I first saw it.
Goblikon is hard, dude. This is off subject, but 12 Foot Ninja. Mm-hmm. That band's hard.
Yeah,
have you heard that band?
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah, I listen to them a lot.
One of the to me, like last time we got together, we were talking about like names that kind of like turn you off immediately or make you not like jump into a band. Sometimes some names are so good, you're like, I gotta hear this. Some names are like, what? You know, they throw you off. You know what I mean? And then eventually you hear the music, and you're like, oh, this was 12 Foot Ninja. That was one of those bands.
Okay.
I finally heard
shit.
This is 12 Foot Ninja.
You're like, whoa.
I thought they'd be something completely different.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay.
You play
it's crazy.
What are you drug addicts doing? Look at these guys smoking their tobacco.
They just full on start making out, and they're just like,
yeah, growing up with this fool, Johnny, I expected the bands that create the weird names to be the dopest right off the top.
Yeah.
Oh, that band's called Nuclear Rabbit? Okay.
Yeah, the more creative the name is, the more
the bass player has 9-string bass? Fuck yeah, that's gotta be hard.
So this is the track I brought.
Yeah, let's see.
So this guy...
Let's listen to some more music here.
This gentleman he goes by Dijon. Like the mustard.
You were okay.
I do enjoy some Dijon mustard.
Like he has guitars. I believe he has guitars. He's a hip hop artist. And he has a band that plays they're like indie music, but they play.
Oh, sick!
It's pretty cool.
And then on the side, he does hip hop.
He does a bunch of different stuff, so it's really cool.
Sick.
Let's go.
There you go again, head low, putting on a show again. It's the holidays, how come it always ends this way? You can't take the pressure off, you just to put it on me.
Wait, pause this. That's a crazy way to do a video. It's a behind the back camera.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope idea. Like I love when artists musical artists.
Is he in the trap?
Is he what?
Is he at? Is he in the trap? Is it really what they have on the table right there?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What is that?
I didn't notice that. I think all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's like mad scientist desk.
Is that like one of those old school vaporizers?
He's building something.
Like a volcano and shit.
He's building a tube damp.
It's like a video game camera view.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I always love jerky camera though. I always like that.
I like his voice.
It's cool.
Yeah, he does have a cool voice. This is a very interesting video.
Yeah.
Are those the lyrics?
Yeah.
This gives me the vibe of like
very unique.
What's that girl that used to sing that?
Eat the mic, Brandon.
Oh. Well, I
so
forgot.
We can hear what you're saying.
I forgot the homegirl's name.
I'm saying literally eat the mic. Take a bite out of it.
I can hear your shirt more than you, dude.
Oh shit!
I hear.
Sorry.
Yeah, blame them.
That thing sucks.
I think you should be able to hold that mic, dude.
You can hold it if you want.
Yeah, honestly, take it off. Is it taped on there? Am I crazy?
No. It's just taped to the stand. There you go.
There you go, dude. Fucking hold that motherfucker.
That come?
Oh, you see, it is taped on there, Johnny.
Sorry.
I said.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I can
put it right here.
Are you sure? You want to hold it or no?
What kind of podcast is you make the guest do all the fucking...
I was going to do it. You're the fucking board, bitch. You should be doing it.
You guys raised it to, the attention to yourselves.
There you go. Just popping off right there.
That's cool.
It's right there, cuz.
Just, I want you to be comfortable,
Dark
Brandon.
side.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Dark side.
I want you to be comfortable.
All right, can you hear me now?
Hey, you got any more of those?
Oh, his mic's in my face now. You can't see me.
No.
Go right there.
Yeah, you got to put it. Yeah. Fucking piece of shit.
Ooh. There it goes.
That's why we taped it.
And that's where it feels real good. We have to bleep up.
I could put the mic on my chest too, like this.
There you go.
Ooh, there it is.
That works.
There it goes.
Voice boxes?
That's what I'm saying. You could just. Yeah, you could have.
Was that you, Johnny? My name is John.
Have you seen that video where that little kid? He's got his grandma's voice box. He's like, California.
I haven't seen it. That's funny.
That's fantastic.
That's so funny.
That kid's gonna be a star. Wherever he's at, he's famous already.
He's already famous on TikTok.
All right, so you want to play a little bit more? Play a little more.
Yeah, let's hear it. What's his name again? Dijon. That's right.
Dijon.
Mustard. You must heard.
Mustard.
Yeah, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, see, I'm a big fan of the DIY, being able to do it like super simple, easy. You know what I mean? This looks like it's like a bunch of dudes with the camera getting creative.
There's in the band room. It seems like
with the post-production, with the way the lyrics are displayed.
What I like about it is you can see in his body language that he is into it. That's what's dope. You don't even need his face, you know?
Now, I'll tell you, someone needs to parlay this sort of filming style into
there you go.
doing like live performances.
Yeah.
Where like a big artist or whatever, you have that display like behind them, and the camera behind them, and so they're doing their performance, and then you're also seeing the audience.
Imagine that, like
that visual. You're seeing the audience.
That'd be
you know
so
what I mean?
dope.
I like how it's kind of like soulful, and it also has like
I like that a lot. That's really good, man.
It's like indie rock, but it also has the keys of like a soulful like a soulful gospel song, but it has an indie rock vibe.
That
was pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that death metal shirt. He's got death metal font shirt. I still can't read it, but you know.
It probably says waffles or something.
Waffle House. Waffle House shirt. Waffle House. Oh wait, stay there, Mike. I've wanted to do this. All right. So, anybody else got anything else? Anything else? Anybody?
Got to show the merch. We got mugs, guys. If you guys, oh shit, here we go.
There you go. Show it to the camp. There you go.
Hey, can I request a video real quick?
Let's go.
Put on a song. It's by a band called Purity.
Oh, I thought you were saying Purity Ring for a second.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You said Purity Ring. I was like, that's my jam. Let's go.
And it's a cover song of Breathe from by they covered Breathe by what's that band's called? That band called.
I know this.
Don't tip my tongue.
Who has a song called Breathe?
Damn it. Don't tip my tongue right now. I'm too high, guys. Get it for me.
Breathe.
Wait. I fucking know this, dude.
I'm already bad
Prodigy.
with titles.
Prodigy.
Okay.
I was thinking Breathe the whole time.
Breathe with me.
Yeah.
This band called Purity covered it, and
that's dope.
It's my favorite cover song.
Nice.
It sounds like sounds like Slipknot covered.
Oh damn!
How where were you when you guys first saw the "Smack My Bitch Up" video? You remember it?
I was in elementary school. I was like in 4th or 5th grade, and then I thought I was barely into metal and rock. I was listening to like Westside Connect and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I wasn't like, super into it.
To me, that was bigger than the Sixth Sense twist at the end. It was like, dude, females could be drug addict and crazy? No way. No way. Because that's the whole twist. Is like you're watching first person of this dude who's like a crazy partier, and you realize, you assume it's a chick.
Yeah. You're like, what?
Hey, it's a music video.
Yeah, it's.
You ever see somebody did that?
No, it's not a music video.
They
actually,
did like a parody of that.
Play another song
video,
by them,
and it's a cat. It's their cat.
I don't even know what I'm
It's just their
looking
cat
for.
just running around the house. He's like, oh, I put a camera on my cat.
Yeah.
And it's just him running around. Then after a while, he gets into it. He starts drinking and shit.
It's not popping up.
The best, dude.
Oh
That's
man,
fantastic. So fucking funny, dude. Because at first you're just like, oh, it's one of those videos when people put a camera on their.
This is to talk shit about it.
Yeah, it takes a turn for the best.
The best, dude. That's the best shit. We got to bring that up later.
Drug addict cats. I will have to say, I have to throw out. I have a hard out in about 10 to 20 minutes.
I got a hard on.
Oh man, if you can't find it, it's cool, man.
We'll pull it out then. Well, let's see it because I don't believe you.
Yeah, he can't find it, guys. Just guess.
We'll find. Honestly, we'll play it. He'll put it in post. We'll play it over the outro.
Shout out to Purity.
Purity, shout out.
Shout
Did
out.
you find it?
That's not it.
You're a piece of shit,
It's the only
dude.
one that's popping up.
It's all
You
good,
motherfucker, dude.
It'll come. It'll eventually.
It's
He'll
all
find it,
good.
and like I said, he'll put it in post. What is that gnarly Carnage picture? I like that. That's my jam. Comic books.
Yeah, I think both of you guys would like that. I brought it up just in case you guys wanted to talk about some AI artists in general.
Show that.
This guy's Chris Purna.
Yeah, show.
That's one of my favorites.
Let's see some of that guy.
Is it AI art?
No, this is something different.
Okay.
Yeah, this is something different.
I was to say I don't want to give my opinion on AI art.
That's all good. We don't gotta get into that.
So this guy,
I'll show you after.
So give this guy a follow, man. This guy is pretty funny the way he's doing all his content.
I wish you could have heard Purity, man.
Snowmobile. Check it out.
Mix sucks. Because Mick sucks at looking
It's all
shit
good,
up.
Mick.
Where's the volume?
Shout out to you.
I'm gonna find it right now and send it to Mick.
Purity. Breathe with me.
There you go.
Here we go.
Oh shit.
They do have a song called Serpentine that has a video actually. It's pretty tight. But it's not Breathe. Breathe is fucking hard.
Puts a giant pane of glass in the middle of a gym floor. Whatever. Get in the back of the van. All right, Joey, let's get out of here. It's crazy. There's still people out there who are so entitled when it comes to filming in the gym. Anyway, good job, Joey. Whoa, Joey, you know not to make sudden movements near me. I'm getting out of here.
This sounds some Adult Swim shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Excuse me. I don't like you hitting my package. I'll get this off you, though. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm just going to quickly. Anyway, I've been waiting for this package forever. It's been like 2 weeks. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Oh, my stars. It looks just like the images online. I cleared my entire weekend schedule for this.
This shit is so funny, dude. Like you told me you were like, it's on some Tom Goes to the Mayor shit. I'm like, yep, I love it.
In the way? Oh my gosh, I crushed you. Let me get that off you. Sorry, buddy.
Look at his.
I folded you like a lawn chair. Here you go. Oh, see, guys, anyone can do it. I've been saving it for years.
That's retarded.
That's so funny, man. I love silly shit, dude. I love silly stuff.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Not cool, dude.
Excuse me, we're looking for self-entitled people to test our new catapult, and you seem to be perfect. Whatever you're ready, Joey. Oh, great heavens, that's quite far. Remember, guys, thou shall doeth better.
The best part of that video was the beginning, for
That's
sure.
so funny, dude.
Yeah, gym videos are getting crazy nowadays. Sometimes I'm like, man, what are girls trying to advertise to me right now?
I actively have to challenge my own personal Instagram algorithm where it's like I'm catching myself like staring at the things and I'm like, I don't want more of this, dude.
Yeah, you look at your browser and it's just fucking chicks. I'm like, I can't be caught looking at this shit in front of my girl and shit.
My more problem with is like literally like
And it's
5 years
annoying.
ago. 5
Then I'm
years
stuck
ago,
on Instagram for
they were
30
on the,
minutes
like,
looking at tits and booty.
Okay, so I don't have the problem with looking at it, right? But like 5-10 years ago,
wasting
like,
time.
people were like that's not cool. Stop like, womanizing and like stuff. And now we're just like, just like anti-slut shaming.
Because now that it's everyday job to like do that kind of thing, the people that want to shame people for what they do for a living.
Yeah.
That's what
I
happened.
feel less guilty because I will definitely be staring at some more of these Instagrams.
Some girls are like, all right, I just get to half naked and go to the gym and have OnlyFans. That's my thing. And like,
that's crazy.
And people don't want to disrespect it by talking shit to them, so just let them do their thing. I mean, some people, on the other podcasts, people talk shit about. For me, I don't give a fuck what people do.
Yo, you can do whatever you want, but I'm trying not to get sucked into that because then I waste too much time on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I get stuck in it. Not no more, though. I've been better.
It doesn't make you want to go to the gym?
It makes me horny.
Sometimes.
It makes me go to the bathroom gym. It makes me work out one muscle. That's what it does. It makes me work out that one muscle that I need to work out.
You don't think your mind like, fuck, I can be chilling with girls like this if I fucking hit up the gym more. You don't think
That's
like
true.
that?
That's true. Well, we got a girl, so it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter, yeah.
Yeah, no, to me, it's counterproductive. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to be on Instagram to like, do something productive, share something or whatever, and I immediately get distracted by TNA.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Explain what TNA is, Anthony.
Tutorials.
Oh, okay.
And
what?
animal videos.
know what's funny? I started strategically like trying to look at more spiritual stuff and more shit about like Krishna and like Shiva and shit. Stuff, right? And then like now all these women in the spiritual community like have OnlyFans and shit. So they're all getting half naked now too. Like, oh, look at me. Like, I'm like, oh damn, come on.
Let me show you how to open up your third heart chakra.
All jetted up and shit.
They're all jetted up, tatted up, looking all juicy and stuff. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to escape from this. Like, come on, Krishna, Shiva, save me from this. These woke girls ain't it.
It really has been like that.
Sex sells, as they say.
It sure does, and it's selling too much right now because it's getting its dirty little fingers in every aspect, like he said. You know?
Yes.
It's like Franz from Attila. Yeah. You know what I mean? He has the OnlyFans. Speaking of which, we'll use this as an opportunity. OnlyFans.com/Anthony.
Why
is nobody coming to my OnlyFans? I'm gaping for nobody.
The funny thing, guys, you don't know is he's actually live on his OnlyFans and he's got a ball camera. He's actually naked under this table.
Yes, it's inside of my shorts. And if you subscribe to OnlyFans.com/Anthony the Man, that's where you can get it. That's where you get it.
You can see it live. You can see his nut. It's called Nut Cam.
Yes.
Well, reproducing is like the main thing humans do on the planet. So everything surrounding reproduce is going to be the most popular thing, hands down. It's like
that's what we can't run away from it. That's the fucked up part about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's a little imbalance for sure.
You gotta find the balance within your own life and yourself.
Yes,
exactly. I just love the idea.
The balance is not there in the world.
I love the idea now, just where it's like every video, right? You're just like, okay, cool. This is like a cat video. It's like this cute little cat video with like the cute music that they do.
Yeah,
and it's like falling off of a counter, and it falls off of a counter like into some girl's cleavage.
And you're like,
yeah, no, all right, oh shit. And then it's like the next one is like a guitar tutorial, and it's like the fretboard, and it's like, oh dang,
some
nice.
girl's tits hanging over.
It's the tits hanging over the guitar. And it's like, fuck, I can't get away from it.
And that's why one of our topics was oversaturation of bitches. Because that's really what it all is. It's too much. It's too much.
You don't stand a motherfucking chance, gentlemen.
Like we said, everything surrounding that is going to be the most popular thing. And the women popping out babies is definitely gonna be the most popular thing in the universe. So women are gonna be more popular than men off top.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not gonna argue with it.
It's crazy. I just don't. It's too much.
Does that mean we have to shift our whole marketing campaign just specifically for women?
I think it means you guys both have to get breast implants.
You're gonna make a lot more money if you had a little more balance. Had some nerdy girls come on here and talk about comics and hip hop.
If one of you gets breast implants and the other one gets booty implants, I think you guys will.
There we go.
Shoot right up there in popularity.
Show my cleavage and shit.
I mean, you can show your muscles. People like that too. I
don't got those.
The chicks might tune in. Like,
hey, show your abs real quick. You
my abs are not on point. I don't got them. I'm just a skinny black dude now.
You and Andres were the rippest guys I knew.
Andres is ripped right now.
He's fucking ripped.
I'm still kind of ripped because I do nunchucks and stuff every day, but I don't hit the gym like that anymore.
I told you this guy showed me how to use nunchucks.
Yeah, but I can't help myself but learning
using
weapons.
Do the thing where you like fuck around with it and then you catch it like that?
That's the thing. I don't do too many tricks because I strictly look at videos how to attack and use the weapon as a weapon.
Yeah.
So I know I look fierce. Like if you saw me use it, if you saw me use it and you knew what was up, you'd be like, okay, this fool knows how to like strike where it won't pop back at him in the face. He knows how to do he knows how to twirl it where it'll trick you and then smack you. Like I know to do a little bit.
But he's not trading hands and shit.
Yeah. You don't need that for the self defense. Yeah.
You guys want to hear a really funny story?
Sure.
So when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Ninja Turtles. I mean, who
me
wasn't?
too. That's why I started doing nunchucks.
Yeah, there you go. Michelangelo, dude, changed the game for nunchucks. He brought nunchucks. He brought nunchucks back
to children
harder than vegans brought cauliflower blood a couple years ago.
I almost brought nunchucks harder than Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
almost. He close.
Fucking
Bruce Lee brought nunchucks hard. He was like, "This is nunchucks, nigga."
As a kid, I used to watch the movie and like get all hyped during like summer days. Have my own little like nunchucks that I made out of like fucking rope and whatever.
Too.
And one day, my dad gets home from work. he's working a 9-to-5 shit job, that sucks. And my mom's in the kitchen. I'm over here fucking around with my fake nunchucks, right? And they're like, hey, Dad, I'm going to show you something that I learned. I had to be like 5 or 6 or 7. And he walks in the door, he drops his legs, he's like, go for it. And I was like, all right, stand like this. You know what I mean? I have him spread his legs and stand like this, like he's coming at me. And I'd literally just go whale him in the nuts. Like, I do all this nunchuck stuff, and I just go kick him in the balls. My mom said, like, she's never heard me yell like that. Like, and he just dropped to the floor, like,
How do you not? Did he beat you after that?
No, honestly, my dad. That's
the
why
shit out of your kid after that.
More so than any of the other support my dad has given me through the years, it's that one moment that I know. That's how I know he loves me. Is he didn't beat me to a fucking pulp after that. It was just it's like literally, it's like one of the wildest moments. And every time someone says the word nunchucks, I think about it.
Yeah, I love the nunchucks, bro.
That's great.
That shit's dope. I love Ninja Turtles too. That's what got me into drawing was Ninja
Did you hear
Turtles.
about the Last Ronin's becoming a movie?
I heard about that. You know what's crazy? I've heard the stories of Last Ronin. Have not read the comic yet myself.
Comic's good. It's especially if you like short contained stories. It's exactly that. I think it'll play.
That's the kind of comic reader I am, actually.
It'll play excellent as a movie. It's just a matter of if the audience is professional and not professional. That's not but mature enough to understand a story where 3 of the turtles die.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay, I did hear about this.
That's going to be that. To me, that's
somebody made like a fan like CGI thing of it. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
and it's Michelangelo that lives.
Hey, you know Aaron Mick, don't you?
I like it because the Last Ronin kind of goes from the original comic book, I think. So it kind of is going to align with the old movie. The old movie was kind of like the original. It was like
illustrated.
Fucking sick.
And then they dumbed that movie down because of how dark it was.
Yeah. Well, Turtles was Ninja Turtles in the comic books was like initially pretty dark.
They threw this full shredder in a trash can and smashed his ass and shit.
Yeah. Because to me, I still think the best iteration is that first movie, but it's probably my own nostalgic bias.
Then on part 2, which was still a good movie to me,
they
didn't use their weapons at all.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of twirled them around and kicked.
Yeah, and it was more kung fu stuff,
But in the first one, they really used their weapons, and it felt dark and gritty. That part when they ran away to that little cabin. I felt their sorrow and shit. I was like, damn, like fuck. When I was sitting in the trees, like fuck, I fucked up.
On paper, when they're pitching that. It's like, okay, this is a movie that's obviously geared towards kids because it's from a cartoon that's geared towards kids. And you're pitching that in Hollywood, and they're like, all right, we're going to spend the entire third act at a farmhouse with like literally no action. And like, they got away with it. They did it.
Yeah, they did that.
They did it. Yeah. Try to put that into the new Ninja Turtles movie. Like, no, in the third act, we need to have this sort of comic relief. We need to have this sort of and it's all by this. But no. Guess what? And we're still fucking talking about that movie. You're talking about how it pulled at your fucking heartstrings. The campfire scene?
Yeah.
Which one of us doesn't remember the fucking campfire scene?
That's probably one of my next paintings, actually.
Who's not crying during that shit? You know what I mean? It's good filmmaking, bro. That was
came out like, my son.
Yeah, honestly, to me, it's still my favorite one. I just recently got to watch it in like the highest definition.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And that's, dude, treat yourself, man. If you were used to growing up like in the VHS format of it,
I still have my original VHS tape.
I bought the box set on Blu-ray. I got the box set, the 3 movies.
Yeah, no,
it's just dope.
Yeah, no, number 3 is complete diminishing returns. I don't really watch that one much.
All the movies in the 90s had better writing than movies now, and they felt more like real life.
Yeah.
And the movies now, so they're trying to create life from it. They're trying to get you to follow the guidelines. This is how life should be. Like,
they've done it for long enough. It's like they know what it's supposed to turn out like, so they go off of that as like some sort of rule book for how to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But watching these older movies, like I watched the first Alien not too long ago. I was like, fuck, man, like. People say like, people don't like female leads. Like, man, this is the dopest female lead that there is. Fantastic. And like, when people say that people don't like female leads, they're like not watching movies. Or there's no female leads in sci-fi. That's what people are saying online. Like, you guys are stupid. Like,
Maria is one of the huge, most iconic scientific, icons out there.
Yeah.
She's up there. Like, I have a big painting that a shout out to Will Podorf. He's a painter and illustrator. but he does this Halloween painting every year, and some of them like it's like it'll be like a campfire, and then the one I have is like a skull.
Okay,
but it's all like characters from The Thing and the Xenomorph and the shape from and
all the art is fucking dope from
it's so
what's
good.
his name H.R. Geiger.
Yeah,
it's super dope artwork.
Yeah, no, honestly, that to me is I've always been fascinated with that style. It's like almost like infinity, you can just stare at it and like
he's like the opposite of Alex Gray. Alex Gray paints chakras and shit, and like the body doing like cool things and like being enlightened with like mind shit. And then he paints like just like the demons of the underworld and freaking crazy shit. And it's like spiritual at the same time though. That's why I say it's the opposite.
That speaks a lot to how H.R. Geiger has his own style or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had that without him. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have the aesthetic of Alien and the Xenomorph without him. And it's like, how special is that? And like that we pulled that from like one influential space. Yeah. And that had this huge influence on the entire world. How much more special is that than the idea of like a room full of 15 dudes being like, what jokes are popular on TikTok right now?
Yeah, exactly. Did you watch Raised by Wolves?
No, what is that?
Fucking great.
It's a show by the creator of Alien, actually.
Okay.
And it came out on HBO Max. It was fucking
Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves. It was slapping. It's my favorite sci-fi of the new times.
When you told me about it,
you watched it?
I watched the whole fucking thing. I couldn't stop watching it. It's incredible.
It's incredible.
The visuals are fucking sick.
It's almost disappointing that they're not continuing it.
Yeah, it's
extremely disappointing.
It's like a closed season, like one season.
It's like two seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super dope.
It ends on a cliffhanger where you're like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. And then it's done.
And it's done.
And then you just,
so you guys are putting me through this torture too. You're suggesting I put myself through this torture as well.
Put yourself through the torture.
You put it through me, now you got to go through it.
If you like Alien, like Prometheus and stuff, you're going to love this movie.
So
and it's like that mixed with like Star Wars a little bit and Star Trek.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But it's darker than Star Trek, way darker than Star Trek.
The director of Alien?
The writer, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Ripley something?
Yeah. Well, Ripley is the main character. Are you talking about Ridley Scott?
Ridley Scott. Yeah.
That one.
Got it. Fucking A,
super
man.
dope, dude. You definitely got to check that out. You definitely got to check that out.
How long are we at, Mick?
I think we're
3:35. You wanna
do the outro? Yeah, let's do it.
Rock it.
Yeah, let's do it. We did pull up some stuff here, but Brandon, appreciate you coming through for the pod, man. Definitely gonna get number 2 going. I don't think we talked enough, so we'll
most definitely we need to do that.
We got to do it number 2.
Honestly, you're on my side of a lot of the.
We didn't talk about Invincible or X-Men. I thought we were gonna do that next. I was like, okay, we're gonna get into that. We didn't even do it. I was like,
I think we're already at like an hour, 2 hours on.
If we get to 2 hours, that's cool.
What are we at, Mick? What is the video show?
1:30.
Yeah, we got a little time. You want to expound?
It's up to you. You're the one that said you had a hard out.
Yeah, I'm meeting the guys at 3. It takes me about 15 minutes to get home.
Okay, so we got a few more minutes.
Yeah,
then.
We got like 10.
What are you playing, dude?
This is the track off the album, man.
Oh shit! Fuck yes! Put it up!
This is what, Brandon?
This is I Am. It's on the Darth Megalord the Sith album coming out May 4th. Feature my boy Close Loop from Interstellar Rabbit Hole.
Sheesh, let's go.
Actually, this is one of the chiller tracks on the album where I don't talk about killing Jedi.
Which one do you want to play?
No, play this one. Play this one. Because this is dope. Because this is my first time collaborating with people from the label, and it came out super hot. So I'm like,
it is dope.
This shit, yeah.
Lift this gift of pure bliss out the rift of pain. Let drift inner healing. Can I get a grip of what my feeble mind let slip? Apocalypse now fall into the ground. Who knew these sins will weigh 1,000,000?
Yeah, I did all the producing on this EP too, so I made all the beats.
Nice.
Play all the live bass guitar and all that shit.
I didn't know how to live. She deserved my kids, but I acted like a pig in the
And then my boy gets on the second verse. I was like, okay, this is our first time getting on the track right here. He killed it.
And this drops in the 4th. You said May.
It drops May 4th.
May 4th.
Yep, Darth Megalord.
You already know what day that is, guys. Come on now.
You know what's good.
Yes. It's the day before Cinco de Mayo, everybody. No.
It's the day I fuck with Cinco de Mayo, though. This is my favorite time. This is my favorite day to drink.
With you. Let's just say it that way.
Damn, you can't tell me who I am, but a man who stands firm. Let the Buddha burn, no concern.
And who's this again?
This is Closed Loop from Interstellar Rabbit Hole, yeah. He's also a producer, MC. He actually produces bass music.
Oh, nice.
That's why I kind of made more of a drum and bass track for us to get on. Because the label is mostly like a drum and bass electronic label, and they have some MCs on there too.
That's
but
dope.
The music I've been releasing with them has been a lot of crossover music where I've been making some more like trip hop and like bass music.
That's sick.
Yeah, no, I like it, man.
That's the wondrous sound that be emitting from your speakers. Grab your attention. Like some tweakers come well.
Oh yeah, play the Attack Titan song.
That's dope.
The Attack Titan song is hard. I'm making a music video for this right now. That's what I was at yesterday. Yeah. And this song is kind of just a nerdcore song. I just have multiple bars about nerdy shit from anime to fucking Star Wars, fucking comic books.
We gotta exchange information after this, man, because I have so much stuff. I would. You would make a good guest on my podcast.
Yeah,
honestly,
let's do it.
Dude.
I'm down.
We would fucking there. That's where we would geek out about Invincible.
Yes.
You guys are gonna go hard on that shit.
I still have to buy the. I've watched the second season like 5 times already, dude.
Okay, so we'll get into this a little bit because I do want to talk about this. I really do. We'll zoom past it. But let's go, dude. Rexplode, dog.
Rexplode.
I was out of my fucking chair on that shit. Spoiler alerts, y'all.
Oh, when he fought the Lizard League?
The Lizard League versus Rexplode, bro. Who was not just like fucking fist pumping? And I was screaming that guy's name. Dude, I was like literally, come on, Rex! Come on! Fuck! Like, I haven't been that like into a moment of television for a while.
Wait, this is Invincible?
Yes.
Whose moment think is more hardcore? Gambit versus against the Ultimate Sentinel or Rexplode?
This is why we were both talking about this because it's literally.
I'd say Gambit, but that's because I'm a Gambit fan.
Okay, so.
I gotta see this now.
I've watched Shogun.
If you're comparing it to that.
I've watched, let me see, like The Boys, like any sort of like new stuff.
The Boys is dope. You've seen that?
Boys. I like The Boys.
The Boys is pretty tight. I like Invincible better than The Boys though.
Yeah, the new Avatar I would say is the only other thing that like kind of did this, but like, I'm not like that when I watch something. I'm not out of my chair. I'm not screaming at the screen most of the time because I'm not like super like driven by stuff. But with fucking X-Men 97, with Invincible,
yeah, with 97,
I was like I said, out of my chair, dude. You're screaming at the screen.
Yeah, I didn't
I
didn't get out of my chair until the Gambit scene.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit. But Invincible had multiple moments, right when Aminen got the League of Heroes. Mm-hmm. When Aminen fucked him up,
I mean, that's the hook. If you don't get caught by that hook, you won't get the rest of the show.
I was like, what?
The last thing that did that to me was the end of Mandalorian when Luke Skywalker came in. That shit got me so hyped. I was choking up watching that shit.
How sad is that we have so much content, we have so many shows, so many movies, but it's so fucking rare we get a fucking pop out of your chair moment like that.
Yeah, Invincible has the pop out of your chair moments, a gang of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that
shit. The fight between Invincible and Omni-Man.
I haven't seen
any of it? Nope. All right, we won't blow too many spoilers.
Yeah,
play the Attack Titan song. First episode, if you don't get caught by the end hook of the last 9 minutes or so of the first episode, if that hook does not catch you, you won't get the rest of the show.
Gotcha.
But I guarantee you it'll catch you.
My younger brother River is also a really big comic book nerd, and he's the one that's like, Johnny, you have to watch this shit. The what?
Do you like the Venture Brothers?
The what?
The Venture Brothers.
Oh, fuck yeah. You don't know what the Venture Brothers is?
Oh my god, dude.
Venture?
I'm leaving.
Oh, are you talking about from Adult Swim?
Yes,
okay, I know what you're talking about.
The Venture Brothers.
I thought you said Adventure Bros.
When I first watched the first episode, when you know they have the comic book spoofs, I was like, oh, this is like Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
It gave that vibe off the top. They have spoofs of Batman in there. Kind of like Johnny Quest spoofs in like.
Scene like 10, going on 15 years ago, that makes me feel so fucking old. But when they first hit the scene, I thought they were the future of animation. I thought this is how
that type of comedy and everything.
Yeah, dude, like just satirizing, comic book characters and if you're watching now, like that's exactly what Invincible does.
Yeah,
is they satirize literally the League of Heroes or whatever. The first episode, there's direct
Justice League.
It's the Justice League. You know what I mean? And there's direct connections.
When he fights that brain dude, I forgot his name, but he goes to a Spider-Man universe too.
Yes. Yes, and that's the thing, dude. That direct satire, to me, I'm fascinated by it because I was raised with the comics. You know, I was raised with this shit, so it's like I get all those references. You know what I mean? So it's like it feels like it's for me. You know?
It slaps. The satire slaps on there.
Invincible, you gotta watch Invincible, man.
I gotta watch this. Yeah,
that's very good.
It's satire with serious lore.
Yeah. I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. Is Invincible a part of any like universe, like Marvel, DC, or it's its own thing?
He's on Image Comics.
You know, okay,
Image
so yeah,
Comics.
I do have.
Got you.
And I have like it's just a screensaver I came across, but there's like a crossover between Invincible and The Tick.
Oh, that's cool,
dude. I want to see whatever that is.
You know what I noticed about that? I wonder if he did this intentionally. The Invincible costume, the eye, how he looks like an eye, looks like the Image symbol.
Yes.
And now he's the forerunner for the
Mario of the brand. Mario's Nintendo of Image.
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
And to me, I definitely get why they would do that because I know Invincible's been around plus a decade at this point.
Yeah.
And in the comic book form. So this must be a thing they just like fucking full blown believed in. They were like, dude, we have to keep pushing this. And I'm really happy to see, because they announced a video game. Season 3 is already in production. Season 4 and 5 are greenlit. So you know Amazon is putting money into this.
They are.
And you know that, dude, that's fucking... Fuck yeah, Invincible. Because that's the kind of entertainment I like.
I think Spawn's dope. Spawn's dope too for Image, like as a forerunner, but I feel like it's so dark. And it touches on religion and shit like that a little bit. I think people stay away from it. Oh, it's about demons.
It's a little too much for people.
For me, I'm like,
I would say also
Dark Side. I love Spawn. I got Spawn comics. That's it. It's for the stuff that I collect for comics is Spawn and Gambit comics. Those are the ones.
The thing with Spawn too, I would say, is that Todd McFarlane has, I wouldn't say too much creative control, but he's in charge of Spawn. Yeah. And so that's the thing, is it's hard to get a creator who has like full control of like their character to like adhere to any sort of marketing for it to be like, and I guarantee you that was like a big thing for Image, where like when it came out in the 90s that Spawn was getting all this popularity, they were like, he's going to be our Batman. And Todd McFarlane was like, I don't play ball like that. You know, I respect the fuck out of that. Dude.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the lore is
also
solid.
I don't know if you've seen this, but Spawn Batman animated DC movie coming out soon.
Yeah, dude. That's dope.
Shit.
Spawn and Batman.
I like that Spawn's underground, and it's like it has that vibe. Like if you like that gory underground demon shit, like it's for you. Like it's for people that likes darkness. If you like metal and like Slipknot and shit, like you know what I mean.
What was that other comic that was like Spawn? It was like the same artwork, and it was like this one character with like big teeth.
Oh, Max, the Max.
I remember that show on MTV.
Yeah, dude, honestly.
That was the shit,
I remember, this was on like the second or third episode of Nerdworthy, but I go over the Max, because I remember like trying to get into the show a little bit, like a couple years back, and like the show was just not great, and then I just threw on a random episode once, and I was like, oh, this is way better than I remember, but the Max was good too. I loved the Max. I mean, that's one of those, that's one of those things where art heavily influenced, you know, the characters that we followed, because once, you know, all you needed was that side shot of the Max where he's got like, you know, his like little hook hand thingy, his teeth down, and it's like that cool shot from the side that they get of him, like, and it's like the first cover, and it's like once you see that, you're immediately, all right, what is this? You're intrigued, you know. So it's like that to me. It's like that. There was another, like we were talking about Exo Man of War.
Exo Man of War, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean that to me is why I'm such a sucker for 90s art, 90s, I don't want to call it marketing, but how they were putting out stuff, because it was like trying to play off of curiosity, off of more than it was trying to predict what you want. You know what I mean? And you get shit, dude.
Shadow Man,
dude, or is it or Shadow Man or Shadow Hawk?
Shadow Man was the jazz player. He had a ponytail, and he was on Valiant.
Okay, and he looked sort of like Wolverine, and he was silver. That's a different one, right?
That's a different one.
Shadow Hawk.
Shadow Man, he played the saxophone and shit, and he's like a dark side. He was like Spawn, kind of.
Okay.
He gets killed, and he comes back to life with some voodoo powers, and he's like...
Yeah, see, imagine on paper... say that in like, try to say that in 2 sentences, expecting some fucking Marvel executive to be like so he's like he's a jazz musician, he dies, he comes back, and he fucks up shit, you know, just like, people are like, get out of my office. Get out of my office. But in the 90s, people were open to it, you know.
Fucking Turok. He's a Native American.
He kills dinosaurs, and you're like, get the fuck. Is this a crazy man? Is this a crazy man you guys pulled off of the corner of the street?
When I was a kid, that shit looked so hard. I still have my Turok comic books. If there was arrows on top of a T-Rex and she's like Dora.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, do you guys remember the N64 game?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to play that all the time. We used to battle each other in there.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
Ruled.
The
Actually,
comics
I'm
in
gonna
the
look for
game.
that. I'm gonna buy it.
That's how I
You
got
have
into
an
the comics from the
N64?
game, actually.
Yeah.
Do you have an N64?
I didn't get an N64
That's the
game.
one I don't have.
Yeah.
I want that and a GameCube, but I want an N64 more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
have
still
all
got
my
it.
PlayStations, all that stuff.
GoldenEye.
I have none of my stuff from back in the day.
WrestleMania 2000.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Yep.
Perfect Dark was
We
my
used to play
favorite
that shit
too.
all the time. Me and my cousin Golden. Well, I already said GoldenEye.
What was the dinosaur one? Wasn't there a dinosaur?
Turok.
Not Turok. No.
Oh yeah,
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis.
Let's
That's
listen to
it.
the Attack on Titan song.
This is
Let's go.
Then we're gonna get out of here in a little bit, guys.
On that note, we'll wrap up with this song.
Yeah.
Step in the booth,
Turn that up.
your whole crew. Turn you on the candy like my name Majin Buu. You think like I just took a poo. Put the mic down, best thing you can do. Gandalf the black with the hip hop flu. The big boy bars that you niggas can't chew. So get your biz and keep playing with the kids before you get stuck like a magnet on the fridge. Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan 3, Kamehameha free. Reach out to niggas still under 3 feet. It's the God MC with the
Hey, dude. Fuck you. Don't talk shit on Chaozu.
I stretch rhymes like Doslim, Street Fighter, Yoga Flame with the ball pin. Nerdcore gangsta rap you like that. I'm like Eren Yeager when I'm on the attack.
Yo, this shit's gonna be hard, bro.
It's like Attack Titan.
Attack Titan.
Nerdcore gangsta rap it like that. I'm like Eren Yeager when I'm on the attack. Yo, I crush mics like a Titan. Endless MC.
Hell yeah.
Say your prayers, you're fucking with the demon slayer. I rock the tight, even in your fucking layer. And I don't care. Throw your hands in the air. You're standing in the presence of an ill rhyme sprayer. Yep.
So sick, dude.
Creature, eat up the mic, even on the damn feature. A Sith preacher, red eyes looking smoked out, looking like Anakin on a dark side route. Prince Vegeta with the M on the forehead. Lyrically, I leave all MCs dead. Yeah, it's Black Freezer with the Dragon Balls, Dingy on the mic with the mouth full of chainsaws. I wreck MCs when I get the feeling. I'm about to bring the pain like a Naruto villain. Been chillin', so throw your
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love it, dude. Just all nerd references, all anime. That's great, dude.
That's like most of his shit, dog.
Would you want to do as a theme for my show?
Yeah, I'm down, dude. I'm down. Let's make that shit pop.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
Hey,
crush mics
so
like a
this is the album this is a sneak peek at the album that Brandon the Wizard is dropping when?
May 4th.
May 4th.
On Star Wars Day.
Awesome,
Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
With you. And also may this album be pre-saved on your Spotify list.
Yeah, there's also other nerdcore tracks on there. I got an X-Men track on there, actually.
What's your favorite track that you would say everyone go listen to this right now?
My favorite track
that's out already.
That's out already?
Yeah.
I would say go listen to the shit I put out with the Head PE.
Okay.
On the Califias album.
Okay.
Shout out to Ed P for putting me on that.
Nice.
Other than that,
talk about where people could find you. What your tags are.
www.brandonwizardart.com. I am a comic book artist and a painter. If you go on my Patreon, you can check out my audiobook and my comic book, Codename Bob, and my other comic book, which is called Obsidian, which is the complete issues coming out in a couple weeks. So it's going to be on my Patreon. Sign up for that.
Anything else? The album, the comics, your painting?
The album, it's coming out on the 4th, as I said. I got some artwork in ACCA in Beverly Hills. Some fine art paintings. They're a dope-ass collective. Also got some art about to be put inside some comic book shops. I don't want to disclose them yet, but it's coming up. So.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man.
So make sure you guys follow him on IG. What is your IG?
Be the Wizard Art and Be the Wizard Music.
There you go.
Got it.
Darth Mega, Lord of the Sith.
And I'll tag everything and put everything. I might throw some screenshots and stuff on the podcast for you. But yeah, that's it, guys. This has been the Stool Podcast. Anthony, tell them where they can find you.
All right, so Uncle_Energy on Instagram. Also, Dead Widow CA on Instagram is my band, and Tensions Music is my solo project. That's where you can find all my music stuff and announcements for that, as well as just look on Spotify for Dead Widow. Look on Spotify for Tensions. That's how you find my music. I also am coming back to the Nerdworthy Podcast. Season 1, Part 2 is coming back at you starting next week. That has been, honestly, it's been so fun. I've been having as much fun doing this as I've been doing that. So, yeah, go check that out. Nerd_worthy on Instagram or Nerdworthy on YouTube. Go ahead, Mick.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Mickstradamus. As it says below. And working on some new music for a project I'm working on called Cherry Coyote. It's a electronic indie style. Dope. It's just really interesting. It's kind of a fusion thing I'm working with, but working on that. And then new music with Dunce coming out. Got an EP we're working on at the moment, and our merch store, right?
Yes, we got some new merch coming out.
Some merch
coming out. Also,
New York.
The next song that we're dropping is going to be called Quantum, and it is featuring Mr. Brandon the Lizard. And it's already finished. It's ready. It's ready to go.
I'm excited to that.
So that's going to be fun.
And it aligns with the Darth Mega shit too. We're talking about these whack MCs that can't spit. Let's get them.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So we'll be dropping that. And then the music video for a couple of songs is on the way. Little delay on that. That's on me, guys. Sorry about that.
I was gonna ask about it. I didn't want to put you on blast.
Shut up. It's almost there. And then just check me out on IG, JonnySavag, JonnySavag without the E on Savage. Also on TikTok the same, and YouTube it's the same tag, same thing everywhere. Check out my band DNG Heavy on IG. DNG Heavy. We got some shows coming up. We're doing a June run, going to Bakersfield and stuff, and then we have a show at the end of May. I believe it's going to be in Pomona. I'll get more info on that. But check out DNG Heavy. Follow that up. Follow the Dunce official on IG also, and on TikTok. And we appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us for Thee Stool Podcast. Let me help you out.
Dark Side? I was like, I can't stretch that far. I thought I would reach it.
And, guys, appreciate you coming through. Have a good one.
We love you.
We'll be talking more music later on. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all.
Let's go.